everybody. Welcome back into Descent into Avernus. This is episode 4. Welcome. 4. We're still in the Dungeon of the Dead 3, and by still I mean we've entered the Dungeon of the Dead 3. That makes it seem more ominous than it really is. There's a few cultists underneath the bathhouse, right? But it's no more about the bathhouse. I want to jump and introduce everyone to my patrons of the massage parlor and my players that are helping the police do their jobs properly. And I think we're going to start with my older brother, Kelly. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for being my brother, Cal. Hey, everybody. Kelly here, using he and him. So is Ozarian Raventide. One of us has a really bad cold right now and is hiding it through many lozenges and a lot of tea. Cheers. So if I start to sound a little hoarse tonight, or if my face paint begins to smudge from all of the sniffling, I apologize. I'm as blue as I can be under the circumstances.
Blue as you can be, Dabba D. Looking a little bit more red, we have Robin. Hello.
Hello. I see red all over my face. Yes, I am Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Emberlynn, our Scourge ASMR paladin, who doesn't have an oath yet, but will be getting an oath soon. But yeah. Or better known as Batman.
Vengeance. Madam Vengeance, if you will. Mm-hmm. I like that. Is there a Marvel or DC character named Madam Vengeance?
Oh.
If not,
there should be.
I got an idea.
Yeah, right? But yeah, no, super excited to be back here.
It's good to have you. We're gonna need some of your vengeance in this session, trust me. And to balance out the vengeance, we have Allonté. Welcome and thank you. Who are you playing and who are you?
Hi, I'm Allonté and I'm sick. But we're gonna play it as Altair, the astral elf, the Circle of Stars druid, being broken up about his first kill. Not a good thing in his eyes, but he saved somebody, so you know, we're both he, they pronouns, and I want to know what else is going to happen in this dungeon. So back to you.
I feel like that guy deserved it, though.
Yeah, but like, how would he? I mean, he would kind of know, but he's like a live and let live kind of person. So,
what about people that don't let live, though?
I mean, he was actively being a jerk, so
yeah,
it's a complicated feeling. It's just like, no, everyone should live and grow and thrive, but also don't be a jerk. Right? It's not a hard rule to live by, people. Anyway, that's my soapbox, and I'm done.
All right, Caitlan, how about your soapbox?
Hey, I mean, be a jerk if you wanna. Why not? Hi, I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I'll be playing Julian, the changeling rogue of the group, who uses he, him pronouns, usually. And I'm so excited to be here. Let's go. I love dungeons. Dungeon crawl.
Dungeon crawl.
I don't know why. I just love dungeons.
When they're done well, a good one is where D&D shines, right?
It's like milk and cookies, you know? Like, it's just classic for a reason.
Dungeons and Dragons, milk and cookies.
Really, truly.
Okay, yeah. Dragons and cookies.
Quick open group question though. Is it that mages hate dungeons? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
No, mages love dungeons because they can have one fireball in one room.
And kill everyone.
Mages like short dungeons.
So everyone hates mages.
Right? Because then they just have everyone all clustered.
No. TPK.
Speaking of clustered, Michael, it's great to have you. You look amazing.
Hey, Altair, you know that from a second-person perspective, every kill is the first kill. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Wow.
Hey, that doesn't make me feel better. Me, Michael. back here again as Nosh Felnar, bringing goblin wisdom to everybody constantly. Try not to fall on your face.
I was going to give my my inspiration to you for that terrible joke, but I'll wait until we're in, because it should be for in. Well, it was in character. Speaking of character, though, because I did not introduce myself, my name is Cal. I'm the dungeon master for Descent into Avernus. I use he/him pronouns, and yeah, before we jump right in, I just want to, I gave this late last time, but particularly maybe this session, just content warning. There's implied torture, there's gore, it's the Dungeon of the Dead 3. They are probably the worst, and just wanted to throw that out there. Let's see, other than normal, this is a particularly scary, Dungeons and Dragons module. So just throwing that out there in general, because I'm just thinking about all the things in it, and it's like, oh, I'd have to list a bunch of stuff. Does anyone here, though, not like swarms of things?
Small spiders
gonna visually-
is not cool for me, but other than that.
Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. And anyone watching, if you don't like swarms of things, maybe come back in like half an hour or so.
Kelly.
Is Kelly hiding?
No, his response for his comment in our private chat, swarms of something. Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea what you mean.
You know what? That is scary, and
it's very scary.
A murder of the opposite, a group of the opposite is called a protest.
Yeah, or a riot, depending on who covers it.
Was that a terrible? Well, depending on which side covers it. Is everybody ready to survive and kick ass?
I'm ready to do one of those things.
Oh.
I've already kicked ass, so I guess it's survive time.
Yeah, how many crits did you get last time? Like 3?
I got I used my 2 spell slots on crits, so I know I crit at least twice, which was insane.
All right,
bring it on. Keep going. I believe
redemption from the Teresa.
Oh my
escapade.
God! Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
All right, folks. Last we left off, everyone, you just dealt with a couple, I would say hard-hitting cultists, but well, you hit them a little bit harder first, and following in the room with your faithful companions / squire / busboy, what, just cargo boy?
He's my squire. Weapons caddy. That was it.
Weapons caddy with his corpse gondola.
And Cindy with the corpse gondola, and Riff Ruff just there trying his best. The group settled down. I believe you sent off your Tressum, Altair, and Leona took flying and guiding who took one of the torches from the wall, guided the I think it was implied that he was a little bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
The upper towns folk out of there, and said that would bring him to the authorities and let them know what's going on. So you've got a Tressum to the rescue out there. Would be pretty funny to imagine what the people in the bathhouse upstairs would react to that. But you'll have plenty of time to go and ask them. You were all thinking of resting when I believe you heard kind of like a maddening cackle echo down the thin waterways to the south. The little the smaller tunnels that don't look like they were meant to really be. They were just big enough maybe to kind of like let workers pass through to clear blockages or do work or that kind of thing. So it's difficult to completely pinpoint, but it wasn't the cackle of someone right around the corner staring at you. And you wait, and you don't hear sloshing in the water. You don't hear like troops movement or any other sound. And you have a brief moment to catch your breath and rest.
All right, how's everyone doing?
Not great, to be quite honest.
Mentally or physically?
Yes.
Physically, I could give a rat's bollocks about us mentally. As long as we live here alive.
Oh. I was just asking Altair.
Oh,
I'm right as rain.
he'll be fine.
Ready
It's
to
just
go.
a little murder.
I was hoping self-defense. I don't want to be charged.
Fine, it was
for
just a little
That's-
killing, and it wouldn't matter. I'd get you off anyway.
Kinky.
It just turns beet red and just walks away. Okay, but everyone heard that too? That wasn't just the screams of the dead in my head just yelling at me?
that
That was real?
that is yes. That is the sound of an alive mad person. Why don't we go get them?
Didn't you get
Okay.
properly banged up in the last fight? Because I know that fist punched someone right up the bracket.
The bracket.
No one? Alright, fine. Let's go after the cackling moron.
Righto.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright.
Which direction did we hear the laughing coming from? South or east?
You heard it coming from echoing throughout that south passage way. If you kind of take a look around, you have the destroyed altar. Actually, I believe that's right. Jasso and Leona retreated to safety, did they not?
Definitely safe. Definitely safe. That's fine.
Don't mess with that girl.
Riff Ruff is rummaging through their bodies, and he's like, "Oh, hey, boss!" And he tosses you a small little red vial. He gets on the person still against the ground. They're back against the wall. I mean, perforated with the meteorite meteor shower. Well, they're meteorites once they've hit the Earth. So, but they didn't kill him as meteorites. Meteor, yeah.
What's this?
Smells like a potion of sorts. He unhelpfully replies.
Fine. Pop the cork. Give it a brief taste.
You give it a brief taste. It's the tangy but familiar taste of a healing potion.
Ah, yes, Dr. Fizz. Good. Good job, Riff Ruff. You're definitely paying for yourself.
Thanks, boss.
Actually, yes, since we're doing that. Emberlynn's gonna start sifting through the other corpse.
Yes. You sift through you slosh through the water past Cindy, using the that woman, the rest of that woman's body as kind of like a gondola. And she will look up at you and be like, "Oh, is this any good?" And the weapon that she had on her, there they are. Ew. Let's see. There you are. They've got broken, but not so broken that you couldn't repair it for a fee. Chainmail. You'd have to disrobe her, and that kind of mostly intact shield that she was wearing, but she does have a long bow that she never got the chance to use, and a mace.
All these might be good for selling, but does anyone want to use a longbow, a mace, or broken chainmail?
Broken? No, never mind. It's fine.
No, just slow me down.
And if
right.
unless somebody else wants one, Riffraff will resupply his spears from the bucket-helmed man who had a couple on him.
Is that shield still in one piece? It's probably better than this wall decoration. And he'll like shake the large skull plate thing around.
You know, you could probably put it on top if you wanted to.
Why is it that you're so full of good ideas?
You know, I have a huge brain. Thank you for the compliment, Nosh.
Yeah, there's a giant black hand painted onto her shield.
He will proceed to take the large metal skull thing that he's been using and start like hammering it against the shield and seeing what bits can break off and embed itself in the shield.
Do you have any
Brilliant way to do it.
carpentry tool proficiencies by any chance? Just throwing that out there, because I think that's a tool proficiency, right?
I have herbalism.
Heck yeah.
Anybody else have any?
No, but Emberlynn's just gonna like pull out some rope from her bag to like try and was gonna tie through the eye holes of the skull to tie it around the shield, and sees just Nosh just and just holds up the rope like, I think he's got it covered.
You know what? What would be an equivalent to a craft or tool use? Just give me a good old D20 roll, but because Emberlynn wants to help you create a shield of ball for whatever reason, you can have advantage.
Because it looks sweet. That's why.
It does look sweet. That's
can
probably
call it
why the majority of
jock.
people join.
Probably. Yeah.
It's like
So
skulls are
what?
pretty cool.
Like, which one has the best holy symbol? I think this one, right? That's how I do it.
Yeah.
Am I adding any of my skills to it? Like,
Oh, that's.
I don't know.
I was just seeing if you got under 15-ish. Yeah, you got
I
a
did
big
get a
old.
19.
You got a big old. The big old skull on a shield. Wouldn't want that untasteful symbol of Bane on the front. It's a little heavy, but
Look at that.
you can manage.
It's like a door. This is awesome.
It's a
And
work
they'll
of
lift it
art,
up, and it's
my
probably
friend.
very front heavy.
You'll get used to
You
the
know
weight.
what? Someone is gonna try and run into that shield, and they're gonna have a very bad time.
I'll make this
Almost
happen.
works like a spiked shield.
Yes. Maybe we can get some spikes to go into the eye sockets.
Are the good ideas contagious around here?
Something is. Are we headed to the east or are we headed to the south?
Who went over into the water to look at the body? Emberlynn?
That was me, Emberlynn.
Want to roll your perception?
I will try. My perception is -1 in this character, so we will try. All right, 12 minus 1 is 11.
All right. You find at the base of where her body had originally fell, a key ring with three different iron, half-rusted keys on it.
Julian,
Oh,
I
looks
think
like
I actually
she has
found
the
some
keys.
real keys for you now.
Yeah, she had the keys this time.
Yeah,
All right.
but I think these would be better in your hands.
Ooh, I'm the key master.
You're the key master.
All right, I'll keep them safe.
All right,
Okay.
south to the cackle.
And to the south, the thin chambers where the cackle came from, and to the east of the flooded room, Cindy had gondola'd her way back to let you know that the door was locked. Because there's an eastward locked door in the flooded altar room.
Well, I think we truly have the keys this time. But, south's my favorite direction. Shall we go there first?
A little bit of foreplay.
All right.
Never hurt.
All right. And here's a fun one, fun question for the group. Who's going and in what order and how?
How lit is it?
It's totally lit.
It is
man.
not at all.
So lit.
Well, this
friends.
game is lit.
Yes,
so
yes.
there's one torch on the wall. There used to be two. One went with the survivor you found. But as soon as those small hallways appear again, other than the dripping of water, there's nothing.
I mean,
I think
Julian
Nosh
still
should
have
probably
the
go first
dagger.
with the danger sense and the shield.
Oh.
It is a good idea. Plus, you can see in the dark, and I can't. I can't see shit without this light, which is great that you helped me, but it's also not the very stealthy way of going about it.
All right.
No.
Emberlynn, you follow afterwards. I'll be right behind you.
Oh, you'll watch my rear, will you?
Oh, so was Nosh kind of like scouting, or were you staying together, or what was the?
Well, I could go right
Not to be
behind
nitpicky.
Nosh.
Sure, that
Right
sounds
We
behind
could
good.
scout together.
Tell you what, you
And I'll
watch
go
Julie.
behind
You watch Julian's rear, and I'll
Julian.
watch yours.
If that is a sandwich, I want to be in the middle.
Good, and I'll tell you can watch mine, and Riff Ruff can watch his.
Oh, now we're just having a party.
It'll be just a veritable orgy.
I don't recommend eating any sandwiches you find down here.
Boss, you smell something bad. Maybe I should go first. Or somebody who's quieter than Riff Ruff.
How quiet do you think you can be?
Depends how slow I move, boss.
All right. How quiet do you think that you can be, Nosh?
He'll like turn around, just like rattle and clank just by turning around. I'm kind of like the wind in a hurricane that like rips roofs off of stuff.
You know
Hey,
what? I still have.
As long as there's a distraction, no one will like notice.
I have faith in you.
I don't. And he'll like
Game.
rattle his shield more.
Games rule question. How long do rituals take?
10 minutes.
Like for ritual spells.
I believe it's roughly like 10 minutes in addition to the casting time of the spell. And I think it needs the ritual tag.
Yes.
But that's that's a lot of spells. For instance, I don't think I don't think like any often attack spells don't have the ritual. Be fun. Be like, okay, hopefully they come around on turn 60.
Just at the beginning of initiative, just like one person's like, hold up, pause. Can we wait 10 minutes, guys?
It's called a Sailor Moon
pause for real
transformation
quick.
sequence.
Yeah.
All right, so are you kind of like marching together? Someone scouting on ahead? What's the give me the idea of what's going on here.
I feel like we are very much the Scooby-Doo mystery gang and all just behind each other. But
I kind of love it.
I kind of feel like learning from the explosive mold. Altair and Cindy, I think that's Cindy, are probably gonna leave a list. Not a big gap, but a little bit of a gap between the rest of the folk. Cause hopefully
Cindy's
we
staying with
learn
you.
something.
All right.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Well, Riffraff, if you're going to be quiet, if you're going to be too noisy to do this, and Julian can't see a bloody thing, then perhaps let's put our faith in Nosh.
I can certainly
All
hear,
right.
though. I could go with Nosh.
Good, you two work together.
All right.
I mean, these other guys fell for my story about being an engineer. Man, did they fall for that.
Yeah, really. Brilliant
that was
acting.
excellent. It really lets me sneak around and just absolutely obliterate that person.
Wait, are you saying you're not actually an engineer?
Well, but
Could have fooled me?
kind of.
Yeah, you'd never know by looking at that shield. It's a work of art.
This is what I'm saying. Well, let's go smash some heads.
Nosh and Julian are peeking around.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me.
Yeah,
twice,
Emberlynn will
Nosh.
probably let them go like 15, 20 feet ahead, maybe. Just to kind of
20-ish
keep
feet. Okay.
a little bit of an ear because she has dark vision, so we'll just allow them to kind of.
And Nosh, before you go, may you be guided. I'm going to cast Guidance on Nosh.
Ooh.
So that's a D4 once in the next minute.
All right, Nosh, you step up some stairs out of the waist-high-ish, or chest-high-ish water, and immediately come upon an old iron-locked door.
What? Why do they keep everything down here locked up? You think
Oh,
we're gonna
look,
come
you
down
say.
here and steal it?
Here, I probably have the key. Actually, this time. He'll take out the dagger with the light on it and fumble around, figure out the key, and if it's on the key ring. If not, I'll make
Alright.
one.
And, ooh. One of the keys does. Click.
Nice. Oh.
Are you sneaking or are you just walking, Nosh?
You might as well try to sneak. I don't picture it going well, but
Oh, the
Yeah.
light's back in now. The light's back in.
Oh, you've sheathed it?
Yeah, I just
Presumably
wanted to see where
before
the light.
door went.
Yeah, I just wanted to see where the keyhole was.
Yeah. Yeah, both of you can roll me a stealth. Everyone else will succeed just because they're not moving at the moment. Yeah, that checks out.
well,
For
I get
the
+3, so that's a 7.
oh, and what does Julian got
Sorry, I have
from
to
you?
add.
Add
15.
a million.
I had a million.
15.
No, actually, only +5 for stealth. I'm not actually really that stealthy of a rogue. I'm not the type of rogue.
I'm not that type of rogue. And yours total was, sorry, I completely blanked out. 15? Oh, okay. All right. You hear... where did I put that Eye of Newt? As Nosh, you kind of come around the corner, and she's like, "You there? Come give me a hand." Wait. Who is that? And you see an older... actually, it's hard to say. In the sense that... Never thought I'd be making this reference. Bellatrix Lestrange could either be like really young looking, like, 50-year-old, or really old looking, like 25-year-old. There's this mess, disheveled, like, woman, black band across her face, in a black robe, and she's standing over a fresh-ish corpse, and you look down the hall. It's hard to make out. The back wall of that room that she's in is like caved in. Like, it must have been much larger, or it must have been much deeper than where you could see. And you can see perfectly fine in the dark. There's just candles lighting up her area, but fluttering in and out of the different, what looked to be like a morgue or something like that. Like, because there are areas into the wall where you could slide out and store, well, in this case, specimens. You see small things clattering around and swirling and disappearing into her robe, into the body, and into the morgue's cabinets. I have to get a little closer to see what's going on there. Wait. Who is that? And holding up a candelabra, with one hand, she pulls down a set of goggles, and they kind of like shine, like a glint red off of the candlelight, as she, like, you could tell that she's like squinting, looking through, and she's like, "Who are you?"
The boss sent me down here. He said something about I should deliver a shipment of hams.
Shipment of hams?
No, hands. With thumbs and everything.
What are you talking about?
He said, "Come down here, lend a hand or three." I mean, if you don't want help, that's fine. I've been paid by the hour.
Paid by the... Are you attempting to deceive her?
Yes, probably poorly.
Can you give me a deception roll there?
Sure. I'm rolling this at +0, so. That would be an 18.
Lend a hand or 3. She looks at the shield you're carrying, looks at you. Very well. Come over here. Now.
Hang on, I just gotta grab my shipment of hams.
Seemingly not aware that anybody's with you. She gestures, lowers her kind of like guard. She had one hand ready, and you see behind her she had a spell book ready. And she begins casting kind of like a spell over the body after she demands your help.
Nosh will kind of play along, and he'll like clunk closer.
Julian's gonna try to sneak into the room as the light turns the other way.
Yeah, you can do that. You can follow Nosh into the room.
Sure.
As Nosh enters, Nosh, do you go on the other side of this counter, this slab, this like sacrificial stone slab? Like if she's on the north end of the room, do you go on the south end to her?
Yeah, it's probably the most likely place to go to look like I'm trying to lend a hand.
Yeah. Julian, you can't see, but you can hear it. But Nosh, that sound that sounded like rain hitting like stone, or like rice being poured into like a bowl, are actually hundreds of skeletal rats swarming in and around her and in and out of the walls, doing small things, stitching together one of the legs of this corpse. Give them a hand. Tighten those bindings on the bones. Isfana urata rise.
He'll lean in and check over all the bindings and make sure that they're nice and tight. He's probably not even flinching with the rats. He's way too used to them. Probably a little unnerved that they don't have skin on them, but otherwise they're, stuff he's seen before.
And with kind of like a burst of green light, the eyes on the body will shine. Is this what looked to be a human male, just wearing pantaloons, will magically kind of float for a moment before their eyes grow dim once again, and they collapse. But then their head turns and looks up at you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Man, you were definitely doing stuff down here.
We are. It's all for the greater good. Now, go on, put this one with the others.
Oh, in the place with the others. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
And you, follow this one. And they'll clamber to their feet. And they just look at you with vacant, dead eyes.
You're quite the conversationalist, aren't you? Cool.
While
cool.
they're still looking in that direction, he's gonna kind of shimmy out the way again and around the corner to kind of explain what's going on to everyone. Can I roll stealth?
You actually, yes, do roll me another stealth check here.
Okay. Yeah. 21.
Okay, yeah. As Julian shimmies going along the wall, barely lit by candles here or there, it seems that you do manage to get back to the others and past the iron gate you had opened without drawing any of the necromancer's attention.
Oh. It looks like there's a lady there who's using magic to... Or do I know? Using magic. Does it look like they were reanimating, or what do I think?
You don't need to be... you could be a barbarian to know that she raised the dead.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it very well, but...
No, but you could see the spell and the glowing eyes go off.
Okay.
And there are lit candles around.
Okay.
Um,
right.
They are actually, they were green candles. They give off
Like my
faint
eyes.
green light.
Nice. Cool. I will explain all that. And she said to put him with the others. So she's been doing this a while.
Others.
Alright.
Do we just want to go in and smash?
I think so. We're meant to clear out cultists.
Right? Seems like a cultist to me.
Bloody hell. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Shall we go give this necromancer a surprise?
strike hard, strike fast.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Altair!
What? What?
We're gonna go kill already dead things, so it should be fine
It
for
doesn't
you.
count. It's a freebie for you.
You're whispering
So
down the
far
hall.
away.
Okay.
I love how far you've moved the. So, anyone listening or like watching, the tokens for Cindy and Altair were moved to the opposite end of the hallway.
Also, it seems I no longer have control of my token anymore.
Controlled by all players.
Okay, now I have it. Oops, I'm on top of Julian. Hi, Julian.
Well, hello.
Before you, gonna rewind 30 seconds or so, and go on, take the others. Take them to the others. What are you waiting for?
Come on, let's go.
And,
Do we need to put like a leash or something on this one?
No, you will follow you as I have ordered.
Oh, so simple commands. I get it. Kind of left, right, up, down.
Ugh. Who are you reporting to? That idiot Vaz?
No, the guy that's working with him.
Working with him.
Yeah, you know, he's the recruiter.
Who recruited you?
I don't know. He didn't say his name. Anywho, off to the other room we go. Let's go.
And you heard? Do you walk in and leave the room?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna have to
He'll
grab
probably
his
be like
coffee.
treating it like a dog, where it's like, come on, this way, come on.
Fuck. And you follow him. See if he's up to something suspicious. I guess this is off screen, so I'm talking to myself. But the skeletal swarm of rats you can hear, it's not very quiet, will clamber and follow you, Nosh, by about 10 feet-ish or so behind the zombie. Dude, come on, let's go. And you turn and look to your left through the open gate, and Julian, actually, if based on an Emberlynn and who else is in frame?
Ozarian.
An Ozarian. They are all right there.
I think Nosh is probably going to grab hold of the door and try closing it again. No, we're not going that way. That end of things is flooded. You know, I don't know how absorbent you are, but freshly dead, you're probably going to be moist if you go that way. So we're going this way. Take the long way around. And he'll veer the other direction.
Do you actually close the door in front of Julian?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. It doesn't automatically lock or anything like that. There, you notice that there's the smallest kind of latch that's already left open that you didn't quite notice before in the pitch black. That's kind of like slotted, so you can't even fit a hand through. Can't fit a blade through, so you know you can't. And this little latch is open and just wide enough for a set of eyes. And you notice a lower one too, maybe for familiars or shorter folk. So there's two of these kind of like bouncer windows in the gate. And you close the door, and the rats and the zombie do not react. And they both continue to follow you, Nosh. As you come to another locked door.
Okay. Now that we're at the other door, I figured if we're gonna go to the, the place where we go and take all the, whatever you are, we might as well, take a minute and get to know each other. We're gonna be working together like this. So, what do you like doing in your spare time? What's your favorite food? You ever been to the beach?
So you hear Nosh muttering to himself, or perhaps staying in character, Julian.
Are we supposed to follow him?
I was thinking he seems to be going down a corridor, but I was thinking we could go into the larger room and take care of the bitch first.
Sounds good.
So she stops raising dead. Yes, okay, let's
Be a
sneak.
good idea.
Thank you.
All right, sneak.
If I open the door, are they like right there still? Or can I just
You kind of peek through a bit, but it's dark. It's hard for you to see anything. But you can hear
I
that,
try
like,
and see over Julian.
Yeah, there you go.
you can see kind of
Duck
like
out the way.
a zombie following Nosh, and Nosh is talking to himself, and it's hard for you to see, but hundreds of little tiny bones rolling over each other, following the zombie.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
I
Okay.
just thought the
What's-
spell usually ends if you kill the caster.
What's fine?
Yes. Right. We're gonna go try and sneak past the rats.
What
So many rats.
Great.
Dead rats.
All right. Just wait until the dead rats are around the corner, and then we'll blitz.
Dead rats.
Yes.
That's dead rats.
Skeletal rats.
Skeletal rat.
All right, get an inspiration from me on that, because you just blew us.
Get an inspiration, but I am gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Yep. Sorry.
No,
Role playing is
the
paramount.
rats have also the rats have an unusually high perception.
Yeah,
Rats
considering
have
they-
unusually high perception. ROUP. Rats have unusually HI.
RUHP?
RUHP. Reef.
Group.
Yeah.
Roop.
What?
The hoop is on fire.
Group.
Raise the roop.
Raise it.
Wow, I like how we have just like a nice little group here.
I love rats, because then I can just put on rat battle.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I feel like such a dick. I'm so sorry.
No, we love it.
Oh, I was gonna have everyone roll stealth immediately after. This
Oh.
kind of
Just shortcutted that. Okay.
How dare you spare his feelings?
just because the door, as described, goes every time it's.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. All right. Ember with 16. 15. Ooh, tied. What's your dexterity score, Ozarian?
I have a +2, if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
Yep. Grand total of 14. Oh, yeah.
It's been a hot minute. Swarms are notoriously hard to hit, right?
What?
Not with meteors.
And, oh, Nosh, what's your initiative? Oh,
Initiative?
yeah.
Same as mine. 15.
Oh, sorry, I missed that there. Thank you. Nosh. Wow, 4 15s this initiative, huh? All right. And I rolled a 1 for the sidekicks.
It's always the best.
I'm gonna hand that off to you guys next time.
Mhm.
That makes sense. They're in the back, right?
Totally.
Julian. The
Hello.
kind of wincing, the rats suddenly screeching loudly as the door is opened.
Mm-hmm.
The odds of being able to approach this situation stealthily weren't in your favor, and you're the first to react.
All right. I guess I'll try to go after the rats. They're right there. So I will step forward.
And is
Oh.
the dagger's out at this point?
At this point, yeah.
All right.
It's just like on my belt though, so I don't have to hold it.
Oh,
But yeah, out. If that's okay.
of course. A fashionable hip dagger.
Yeah. All right, and I'm going to.
Also,
to
the
attack
first
with my
time your
short
character's
sword.
seen what this sound is.
This is true.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Okay. Jaw. Oops. Well, that's an 11.
That is a hit.
Oh, nice. Let me just take a look. Okay. So first attack's gonna be 7 points of piercing damage. Does it look effective?
As effective as chopping up a huge animated pile of tiny bones could be.
Yep, sweet.
Probably could be. There's probably a tool that you can inquire Nosh about later that's particularly good at mashing them up. But you think he deals with them when they're still alive.
That's fair. I'm gonna try and attack again.
Go for it, using your offhand.
Using my offhand. That is an 11 again.
That just hits.
That is another 7 piercing
Total of
damage.
14.
Total of 14. And then I'm going to disengage. I don't want to be smacked in the face.
Does your cunning action use your bonus action?
Oh shit, you're right. Never mind. Here
That's
we
the
are.
trade.
I forgot.
Trade
I
off,
keep forgetting. Yeah, yeah.
But you can just move.
Sorry. Oh yeah, yeah.
And your frantic slashing through the swarm, it looks like you've cut. Hard to tell where one starts and the other's end, but about half of them are unanimated now.
What? Sweet. All right, all right, all right, all right. Feeling better about
All right,
it. Feeling
all
better
right,
about
okay.
it. All right, all right, all right.
Do you want to move, or are you going to
No, that's
stand your
that.
ground against
I'm gonna
them?
stand my ground. Yep, that's fine.
All right. Altair, the yelp, the screeching that the rats were somehow able to do, that sounded more like the echoing of 1,000 small, like little bones, like someone rattled a gigantic wind chime.
Oh,
All at
that's-
once rang out. And with the illumination from Julian's dagger, you can see the hundreds of rats and bones flying everywhere as Julian just fearlessly starts chopping into them.
Okay.
Well, technically short swords are piercing, so I guess it's stabbing into them.
And
They are piercing.
how do I do that ping? The door is right.
The door is
Behind
right
Julian.
here. Yeah, so behind Julian now, as
Okay.
they leapt through.
I am going to.
Oh, so the rats are
and I
like
believe
up there? Like
no, the rats are right here, and the door, if I'm not mistaken, is right here.
totally is. That's the
I'm not
little
sure
square.
if that ping is. Yeah, that's the that's the door. Squeak. I mean. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what skeleton rats sound like, right?
You got it.
Let's just go ahead and sacred flame these guys. DC 15 Dex saving throw.
Is it just them, or do I?
I'm
have
going
make
to
two?
say that you can see.
Yeah, he can lean around.
Yeah,
the
I'm
corner.
going to say that you can see them. Yeah. Also,
We're Scooby Doo.
you're all friends here. You can lean on.
Me when you're not
Yeah.
strong.
Get a little close to Ozarian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throw of 15.
Mm-hmm.
I saw like Calvin Klein and Brimstone.
Hmm.
Dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Can you dig it? 14 is not enough. What's the
Alright,
dex on the Sacred Flame?
It's 3 radiant damage.
A sizzling sound illuminates the swarm in front of you, Julian, as gouts of golden flame explode little chunks of skeletal rats everywhere. But unlike swarms of real rats, these ones don't seem perturbed or afraid that their friends are being destroyed.
In my turn.
All right, do you move or do you stand your ground there?
Oh, I'm not going near skeletal rats.
All right, Emberlynn. Rats chunks everywhere.
Rat chunks everywhere, but I hear there's a necromancer in the next room, so I think Emberlynn is going to rush by and scoot through Julian and risk the opportunity attack from these rats. They can try to take a bite out of me if they would like.
They will take a bite out of crime. Wait, no, you take a bite.
Take a bite out of Crime Biter.
me. Hmm.
And let's see, Ember. They reach out, trying to reach past Emberlynn. Trying to reach past Julian. They don't manage to
Haha.
grasp hold of you.
All right, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Perfect, which gets me within 10 feet of Necromancer. And I would love to take 2 attacks at this Necromancer. One with my
Ooh,
front hand and one with my
Technically in
offhand.
range.
I am.
No.
I am. It's why I was like,
Five,
fuck it.
10,
I'm gonna risk the
Five.
opportunity attack because I can do this, man.
I think you're just 5 feet short though, because you were in front of Ozarian.
Yes, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would put me right where I am. Unless moving through an ally's square is difficult terrain.
Well, maybe I'm wrong, but it's 5, 10, 15.
Well, because I start at that square, so the first step is...
Oh yeah, she's right. She's right. We're counting the first square.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You are correct. Gotta love it.
So yes,
gotta love to see
I
it.
love
Hit her.
2 attacks, one with my front of my glaive, and then she'll turn it around and try and hit her with the back.
The scary
Okay,
part
dice.
of the glaive, and then this little stabby part of the glaive.
Yeah.
Which part's the scary?
Oh, okay, that's great. I rolled 21 and a 24 to hit.
Both of those hit.
Great. Cool. All right. D10, and then I think it's a D4 for the back.
I think it's a D4, yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, it still adds your strength to the
Yes.
butt of the
Yeah,
attack.
it does add my strength to the butt.
To the
The
butt.
butt.
To the butt. Alright, so a D10, a D4. We love to see it, folks. Ooh.
You'll never hit me from way over. Ah!
So if it matters at all, it's gonna be 10 slashing and then 6 bludgeoning damage. So fuck. As she like swings with the pointy end and then just quickly like flips it around her back and like does a weird like cool like slides it through one hand and then just
Ooh, I
butts her
like
with
it.
the other.
I like it.
And then says,
And anything with
Die, necromancer.
anything with
My bonus
anything else?
action was to do the little poo with the other end, so that is Emberlynn's turn.
I like how efficient, especially with the classes with little use for bonus actions. I like
I
seeing
love it.
Like
I love it. It's just like a
yeah.
little peek, little poo.
All right. Your last words to the necromancer were die, necromancer.
Yes. Yes.
She's going to wipe the blood from her and say, I think your friends should go first. Ignis volumis ana. And she points at you, and you realize she's not pointing at you, she's pointing past you at Julian. And you see the tiniest of green dots shoot out from her hand, almost completely invisible to the eye, before it explodes on Julian.
Oh shit. I know what feat I have to take next at level 4. Mage Slayer.
No.
Memento,
No.
folks.
I don't know what's going on, but
Are
no.
you what?
I think I saw a 20-foot radius sphere cow
Yeah.
What?
there.
I
What?
just saw that too. What's going
What?
on?
Fireball.
You.
Yep, there we go. We are fucked.
Oh man, I really wish I
Can
counterspell.
everyone make me a dexterity save as they are engulfed in
Altair,
green?
you have an inspiration. Don't forget.
Yes. Thank you.
As they are engulfed in green flames.
This is gonna go so well for my
You said
my
it's
paladin.
dexterity save?
I believe.
yeah,
unless
your
I'm-
danger sense.
Danger sense advantage.
Nice.
Also, don't forget
know
that
what?
that'll also hit both of her minions.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm gonna need some healing.
Can I use my inspiration to give another person advantage on this roll?
Did they do something cool, or do you just want to help them survive?
I want to help them survive.
It's fine. I got this.
Hold on
I got
to it.
this. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Tyr will save me.
Oh. Okay.
And yes, this is a necrotic fireball.
Wait,
No.
Like
actually necrotic?
though?
Like actual neck
Interesting.
damage?
Actually necrotic.
I am resistant to necrotic damage.
Oh,
Yes.
Resistant to necrotic?
I am. I'm resistant to
Least
necrotic and radiant.
You sure that it's not fire? Because I'm pretty okay with it being fire damage. I just wanted to put that
Yeah, I
out
was
there.
No,
like,
you
absorb
saved.
elements.
Kelly, you saved. I did not save.
It's
I'm
it's
so
necrotic.
happy.
Okay, what is it?
All right.
Oh my god, I love it.
What was the number to meet or beat to not to take half damage?
It is. Spell save 14.
Okay, phew. Cool. Why do you have to do music change like that? And now I'm all stressed. Now I'm so
We about
stressed.
to get engulfed in necrotic flame.
Oh god, how bad is it, Cal?
I mean, at least all of you saved. I'm the one that failed.
It's a fireball.
Yeah, but
and
even at half damage, it could be like 20.
That's what? 8d8? No, 8d6.
Do we have like a TPK already?
maybe.
No, it's fine.
We'll find out.
Riff Raff.
Does anyone have 16 or less health?
Yeah.
I have 18.
I have 13.
So the spell deals 33 necrotic damage and 16 on a save.
Okay.
The skeletal rats explode and the zombie is lit up and slams against the wall before falling prone. But Nosh can tell from the that somehow the zombie wasn't obliterated by this.
Can I use my inspiration to go down to 1?
Is
Like a heroic defiance?
not in this case, my friend. Is anyone destroyed by this? Like, does anyone
does
have
that
less
mean?
than 16 total HP?
Yes, I will be at -3.
No, I mean, what's your
Max.
not like what's just your max?
Okay, my max is 17. I am at 13 of 17.
We're fine.
Because there's some effects in 5e. If what is it? Double your
It's double your max HP
maximum
negative.
HP, you don't go into dying. You're destroyed.
Yeah, so if
Not
you
as
had
good.
not so the only person that would have been in potential trouble might have been Emberlynn, because I was the only one that failed the save. Everyone else saved, so they took the half
Yep.
damage, but
Yep.
could have had massive damage.
It would have taken a lot.
Yeah.
So you're
I mean,
down.
30.
Altair.
I guess so.
The important part is that you're not at negative 16. All right. Altair, Ozarian, are you up or
Yep.
down?
He's leaning against the wall going,
You turn and
oh yeah.
green flames, and you turn just in time to see Altair slumping down into the water. But Cindy and Riffraff are incinerated.
Oh, dang.
And you hear Scraw screaming, who just managed to stay outside of the blast. You hear an evil cackle
Going to kill this cunt.
as it's your turn.
Fuck. All right. Let's be smart. Let's be smart. Scrawford, feed this to him. And Ozarian's going to drop the healing potion on Altair's chest as his item interact. And then he's going to go 5, 10, 15. Oh, that's not me. 20, 25. 30 into the room and is going to... Oh, I know where my bread's buttered. Is going to cast... Healing Word on Emberlynn. Emberlynn, you're going to regain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hit points, and may
Wow,
use
that's
your
more than double what I have.
and use your you may use your reaction to make an immediate attack.
Oh shit!
Cleric of Order, baby.
Fuck yeah!
So as you fall, and there's just chaos behind you and screaming, before you're out of it, you're immediately back on your feet, Emberlynn.
And hearing the screams and probably hear like
Send this bitch to hell.
Scruff. Ooh, that's a 17 on the die. Plus 6 is 23.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Edge. All right, D10, D10.
And as my bonus action, just to be safe, I'm gonna cast Toll the Bells. So I need a wisdom
Oh,
save.
that's
Or Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead.
Tell the dad, my favorite.
And that's going to be an 11 more points of slashing damage. She, like, angrily reaches out with her glaive.
And what's the save for Toll the Dead?
Wisdom, please. DC of, I think 15, but yeah, 15.
Oh, sorry, just
It's
to let
just
you know.
15. Is it meter beat?
It's meter beat, yeah.
Ah, she just makes.
Okay. Well, either way, there's going to be a couple.
Boom. And you did another 11, Emberlynn?
Yes. Yeah, 11.
Okay, that's going to be my turn.
All right. Nosh. Zombie just kind of like clambering to its feet. Smoking green. Absolutely no signs of the whatever rat swarm was there before. And a coughing. Is Julian upright?
Yeah, he is.
And you hear Julian coughing. So still alive around the corner.
I don't think Nosh is going to put a lot of conversation into the zombie. I mean, the roost is up, so he'll just plant his battle axe into it.
All right.
And
You plant your battle axe into the zombie. And
that's a 20. 30-20.
oh. Yeah, that hits.
I might as well, because I have it, put in a couple points of Fury of the Small, and my damage, 4, 6, so 10 points of damage.
And I think you can re-roll once? Or am I mixing up my...
No, Savage Attacker, so I get to basically re-roll. Like, I roll my damage dice twice and take the greater, so I took the 4.
Right. And how much total?
10.
10 plus the...
Because I have Fury the Small plus 2, so that's 6 plus my 4 damage. Oh, wait. Was it 4 damage or 5? Yes, plus 4 damage, so 10.
All right, what happens to this short-lived zombie who's survived?
He just collapses back to the ground, his head rolling away.
Before the zombie can even... Oh, go ahead.
And Nosh will continue down the hall, chasing after everyone else.
You can end your turn. Is movement 30?
20, 25, 30? I think I can go there.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Zombo's turn, but you know what? He never made it. Oh, and the rats. Oh, jeez. And these Cindy. So Scraw clambers over. Like, what do I shaking, almost dropping the vial as they pour the healing potion as best they can into a barely conscious Altair's mouth. And you regain, good sir, 2d4 plus 2. You're at 7 hit points. Oh, he's going to use his full action to do this.
Oh yeah, because we're using that alternate rule.
And you didn't do just the item interaction, you left it for him. So you actually regain 10.
10 total?
10 total hit points. As you kind of like gasp and you immediately look around, your clothes, hair, everything singed. You see Riffraff's spear and kind of like a blackish green imprint on the wall where he was. And you see the remnants of Cindy's leather studded jacket smoldering.
Oh, Cindy.
Julian, it's your turn.
Okay.
You can see
Yeah.
You can see Scraw down the still illuminated. I think the cantrip persists even when you're knocked down. The light cantrip.
Oh, I don't think Emberlynn was actually knocked down.
Yeah, no, I was not. Emberlynn, I'm just checking.
Oh, never mind
the-
then. For some reason, I thought you were.
Right.
No, you were just healed, right?
No, I was at 3. I was very close to being down, but
Oh, so your
no,
dagger is
Emberlynn-
still lighting up the
Yeah.
passageways. And you see Scraw clambering forth and bringing Altair to their feet.
Okay, good. Everyone who's up is taken care of. All right, let's go. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm gonna stab.
All right. Give me an attack. Is there any penalties for low light? And should have looked this up. I apologize, folks. Low light, because it's just little candles. Or is it? It does not work like that. There's just
You could give
dim
her like a
light.
+2
Oh,
to
it's
her
just
AC.
perception.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a lot of how. It's one of those optional
Yeah. So like
Okay.
invisibility is
Just a little-
disadvantage, but like you can see the outline of this bitch. You can stab her.
Also, there's green candles about. Yeah. All right. Do it
I
up,
do
Julian.
still have the light at my hip, but
Oh, derp.
sorry.
Of course, Lou's with you. Yeah, no penalty or a bonus to her for the dim light. You got
Alright, sweet. Let's
the
go.
touch.
You got the power.
All right. Boing. It's gonna be 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, cool. Woo. And it's gonna be 8 points of piercing damage. And I think I don't want to be within touching range, so I think I'm gonna disengage. And go whence I came. 5,
All right.
10,
Where would you?
15,
Where does
20,
Julian retreat
25.
to?
30, I guess just the end of the hall. Oh, I can go around the corner because I can go diagonally.
Disengage normally doesn't give you your full move again.
Oh, what does it give me?
It just allows you to move out of an opponent's square if you haven't.
Oh, if I have more.
If you have more movement.
If you have more move,
movement?
right? Is that
Okay.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind, I'll hit her twice then.
Hit her
I don't know how to
again?
do
Oh,
my
okay, yeah.
stuff. I'm gonna hit her again.
I think you could take the dodge as a bonus
Well, that's
action
true.
for a rogue, though. So if
could.
you don't want, you should that'd have disadvantage for
I-
her to hit you.
all
or
offense.
just hit her.
All
You know what?
offense.
I'm just gonna hit her. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. That's gonna be 22 to hit. The math.
That
Sorry.
hits.
I'm like, I guess that was more than I got before. All right. Between whoa, 6 plus 5 is 11 piercing damage.
I think the cunning action can just be used for dash, disengage, or hide.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have 2-weapon fighting,
Right. Right.
so that's my.
Oh, I just meant. I don't think you could have used your bonus action to dodge.
Dodge. Oh, that's
Oh,
monk. That is
sorry.
monk. Yes.
Oh,
yes,
is that
yes,
monk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Din. Sorry. What did you roll for your second attack there?
11
Total damage or to hit?
total damage. I got 22 to hit, and then I got 11 damage. Because I get to add everything, because I have 2-weapon fighting.
Beautiful.
How do you do it?
Thank you. Oh, yes. Okay. Let me see here. I think probably just try to slash her, and then I'll go down on one knee and then stab upwards through like the chest.
She swings at you with a two-headed silver skull flail,
Ooh.
cackling madly as you duck down and and the cackles forced out of her as she just slumps down, her weight falling on the blade as she reaches out, dropping the flail, and tries to rend your face or eyes or something, and it just streaks blood down before she's gone.
Oh. I'll stand up and swish the blade down, just tossing her onto the ground.
Oh,
Toss her onto the ground, and her the shine of the goggles glinting off of the green flickering light, and the extremely well polished but well bloodied skull flail flickers in the night, flickers in the darkness, as everything grows quiet.
so
We're out of combat.
I'm
Let's take
thinking.
stock.
Yes, I'm thinking that we probably should have taken the Eastern Passage. After all.
Ambulance is gonna start smashing on the necromancer's body with her
Whoa,
glaive.
whoa, whoa, wait. She might have something interesting.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? And he's gonna, like, kind of do that thing with his, like, knife where he just, like, takes off the goggles with it, spins them around, and then they all fall down, and he'll grab them with his hand.
Go ahead.
Well, while this is all going on, you're gonna slowly see Altair walk into the room, and just streams and rivers running down his face. Cindy's gone, and the potion is wrapped up in the remains of the burnt leather jacket, and stars start to shine. He's going to take on the chalice constellation. The potion itself disperses into stars. And he's just gonna offer everyone just words of love and compassion. So I'm gonna use my last 2 remaining spell slots to give cure wounds essentially to everyone, because chalice lets me heal healing to anyone I want in range. So everyone, take 1d8 plus 5.
Ooh.
Do you want to roll it, or
And
Do
then
you
you
roll it
rolled
or
that
do you roll
once? Is it rolled once and then that's applied to everyone? Or
So technically, I'm gonna use cure wounds on somebody, and then I could also send healing energy to someone within 30 feet, including myself. Then I'm gonna do it again, send that energy additionally to somebody else.
all right, roll it. Tell us what
Okay.
you tell us
so
what we
you have 2 targets for each.
Essentially, it's like twin casting it, but you know, it's just in
Yeah,
this
I know
form.
what you mean.
Yeah,
That's super
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so let me know.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah, I figure like in the most emotional moment, and like star powers. I will let you guys go ahead and who needs to heal essentially the most.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
Yeah, all
I'm
of us.
only at 3
Yeah,
hit
I was gonna
points,
say.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm at 10 of 17, so I don't need to necessarily take it. So I guess
Yeah,
everybody...
I'm 10 of 19.
Okay,
Well,
yeah,
just roll-
You definitely roll it.
roll a d8 for Emberlynn, roll a d8 for me, and then we'll split it with the other people, or it'll happen to other people too.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
rolling terribly, so
Yeah, you roll
you
it.
can
Cure
roll.
wound. That's 1 healing, 2
Oh
healing,
damn.
3 healing.
Well, no. Do you just
4
double it up?
healing.
Oh, okay. Nice.
What's going on?
No, it's they're separate rolls.
Oh, they're separate rolls. Okay.
technically. Wow, those were all pretty good.
And it's 1. How much was the healing?
1d8 plus 5. This one was a
Oh.
max roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, chalice is 1d8 plus 5. Cure wounds is 1d8 plus
Okay.
5.
I called second,
I'll
so
give-
that's going to be
That's
7 for me.
Julian said that he was down to 3, so maybe Julian
I was
gets.
nice.
Julie, you take that 13.
Whichever. It's all good.
Yeah.
I can't see. I can't. My thing is
Oh,
so small.
sorry,
I can't
yes, it
see
was-
anything. It's
It
all
was an
good.
8,
I'll
a
take
7, a
13.
13, and a 7.
You have inspiration, Altair?
Yes.
You know what? I'll let everyone cherry pick those numbers
Mm.
to distribute them the best way possible. If
Oh,
you
overflow?
burn your inspiration.
Yeah, I'll
Mm.
burn it for overflow. Yeah. I
Is
will
that-
take any leftovers then. Yeah. That's
Are there
that's a good
going to be
call.
any?
There are not going to be
If
any
there are
leftovers. So Nosh will get 7, I'll get 7, Emberlynn will get 8, and Julian will get 13.
Ooh.
Which I think is what we were going to
Yeah,
get anyway without
thanks.
that inspiration.
Well, if
You know
you
what?
let me use
The-
inspiration, let me roll a d4.
Oh.
Maybe,
Well,
to heal.
I was gonna say
That's
how I have some Emberlynn will lay on hands crying to Altair.
Oh,
and she will cast- Yeah, we're gonna best friend cry, and she's going to just put her hand on you, and I will give you 5 points of lay on hands, and so you take 5 points of healing, and then I'll still have some backup for bringing people back. So Emberlynn will just.
Those
And
bastards.
you had only used a little bit of that, if I recall, right?
Yeah, I only used 2. I used 2 to bring up someone from down, and then I used 1
The
for.
cultist?
Yeah, I used 1 for the cultist, and then 1 for Ozarian for the scratch.
I
So I
thought
only
you
used
also
2
healed yourself at the end of last game.
total.
Because I didn't heal you.
Did I? Did I
Or
get
maybe
hit?
they just
Did
weren't
I get
hit.
hit? I don't think I was hit last
I was the one
combat.
who got hit. That's why I was at 13.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's
Because I had
yeah.
teleported right into the combat.
Straw
Yeah.
comes. So, as you're inspecting turning them over, they have their robe, which like kind of glimmers and catches the light in a weird way. They have their spell book, which clattered to the ground with some of their blood on the cover. There's kind of like a weird like skeletal like latch that's locked it after she fell down. Kind of like her last, it kind of like closed, and then tinkering with and glancing at them, making sure it's not too bloody or anything. If you fit them over your head, Julian, it will give you a form of magical dark vision. And that's how the necromancer was able to see in the pitch. The human necromancer was able to see in the pitch black.
Well, these are
So
useful.
it's dark vision, 30 feet, like fully, and then like dim light out to 60.
Sweet. He's gonna put them on his head like a.
And before we
I think this would be a
before
good
we
place for us to take a rest.
go to a rest, Scrawl will tear. They push their glasses up their snout. This was Riff Ruff's things. And there's a rag, those tattered rags that he wore, the spear. There's a health potion, a bag of gold. It has the gold that you hired him in it, basically, which was 10, I think, up front.
Well, technically, this is the cheapest health potion I've ever bought, and I'm going to take them both.
Like there's a sealed letter, and the corners of it are singed blackish green. And as the group kind of comes to the realization that they've lost some friends, but they at least have a moment of quiet, I think that's a great time to take a break.
Welcome back. What the hell, Cal? What the hell?
What the heckin'
Oh my
indeed.
God.
You were like, we could see on the map, you like mapping out how big the radius was, and we're like, he wouldn't. He
As I'm
wouldn't.
describing, and you're like, no. Did he just measure out
Isn't
20
that
feet?
poison spray? That feels like a poison spray,
20
right? What do you mean like a little green
The little
moat?
green ball coming out as
No.
a spray.
Mm-mm.
Wait.
What?
As soon as you did that, I was
it's a
like, oh,
fireball.
no.
I'm resistant to.
I was like, aha,
Necrotic.
fireball.
Wait,
Yes, I'm
green.
resistant to fire. Let's bring it. Maybe, and then, because wizards never, like, Wizard of the Coast never changes their fireball types. It's like the easy,
No.
like an ice ball is great. Why don't people do it? But like,
Mm.
nobody ever does it like that. And then you're like, actually,
Well, you
it's
just met
necrotic.
her.
And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Which as the only person that failed of the PCs, I was like, fuck yes.
Yeah, because you didn't get liquefied.
I'm not gonna die.
I'm going to hand off NPC roles and stuff.
To what,
to
the
you guys.
Abyss? Because they're all dead, except for Scrawford.
When I was measuring that out, and I'm like,
Leave Scrawford alone.
Oh,
Scrawford was just out, and the Master of Souls, the Necromancer, was just out. But of course, she'd be crazy enough to hit herself in it. And I'm like,
oh.
That's beautiful.
but I asked everyone, I was like, hey, how do you want me to tailor?
And we said
Yes,
be
we
rough
did.
because these
And everyone's
modules
like,
are
no.
normally really easy. But we forgot this one was written in like,
Yeah.
what, 2019, 2018?
No, before 4.
Yeah.
But also the first, if you're doing by XP, like a goblin is this much XP, human
How much
fighter
XP
warrior
is
is
Nosh,
this much
Mike?
XP.
Mm.
Yeah,
Can we grind
enough
on,
to
can we
level
grind on
everyone
Nosh?
else up.
I mean, currently,
Grind on Nosh.
Yeah. Can we grind on you?
Oh.
It's enough for one person to level up, but you have to split it all evenly if you.
Boo.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'll give you all a piece.
Oh.
Come get some.
Come get some.
yeah.
Come get
Actually,
some.
Nosh just levels up from that.
Just Nosh levels up, the entire party's dead. Welcome to the Nosh game.
Nosh comes out level 9, just completely fucking jacked, and he's like, killed the dungeon.
God damn it.
I mean, technically, the fireball only took me down by like 2/3, so you know,
Whoa,
I
jeez.
didn't really like suffer as bad as
You're
everyone
fine.
else.
That's beautiful. Also, Cal, it's very important that I tell you this verbally. You should go see Transformers 1. You'll actually like it. The trailers suck.
Especially since I don't. One, I like family movies or lighter-hearted like movies.
It actually has some pretty
trailer
dark stuff in it.
Does it? The trailer for it does suck.
The trailer for it
but
sucks.
it does. But I tend to remove myself from consuming copious amounts of member berries, and try to always view things from just like a new set of like eyes. So when, like, you know, for anyone if you're listening to this, I have a long running Transformers podcast, and
Yes, this is why I'm telling you need to watch
the
it.
community has opinions of the trailer. For
The trailer is
Transformers
awful.
1.
The movie's actually, like, not bad.
Yeah, I'd probably like it for what
I don't
it
think
is.
that Chris Hemsworth
Also-
is a great Optimus Prime, but, you know, I don't think it's Optimus Prime's movie. I'll just put it that way.
Hey, fellow 35 to 45-year-old, come here. New Transformers is for kids.
Old Transformers was
Crazy.
hardcore and
What?
for adults.
But like,
Yep,
things
Toys
that
are
were,
for adults only.
Oh my
Some
gosh.
types.
That's right.
Like action
All
figures.
toys are for adults now.
Todd McFarlane figures.
But other than that, what did you? I did not pull any punches.
That was
I asked
rough.
all of them many times, multiple times over character creation, and then we rolled for attributes, and I'm like, "Fuck that! I'm not pulling any punches against you." Like Uber, like just built different PCs.
We're all like PCs, like shooting HGH in the back room, just getting like super swole. And you're like, all right, fine, 2 fireballs.
2 fireballs. She never got a
You can
second.
utilize a flail that's at +2 and does necrotic damage.
That's insane.
Yeah, is that flail? Can
even
we
the
steal that?
wizards, you can steal it, and it acts like a flail.
Ah, do we have to pray? We have to.
It's powered
Are you
by
a follower of
anti-friendship.
Merkel?
For an extra 4d6 damage, I could be.
Right?
An extra 46.
Right?
I'll suck Merkel's
His
Right?
bone. I'll suck the marrow right out of his bones.
just right out of it. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Oh.
Is he skiing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives a whole new meaning to raise dead.
Oh.
Hey. Oh.
Negative energy flood.
Oh my god.
Guys, and she had multi-attack.
How does she?
Well,
No.
that's why I didn't want to be like right in front of her.
So
Holy
listeners,
shit.
Does it have her
Listeners.
CR? What's her CR?
How big are our parties supposed to be?
What?
23
Her does it list her CR? Or does it not?
Challenge 4.
Bullshit.
I don't know what challenge means. I
It's
assume it's
challenge rating. Yeah, that's her CR.
By the way,
old D&D
The
like
party is supposed to be
2014
level
was
1 or 2.
So
Or
gross.
2.
Can you imagine DMs that let their players just stroll in here playing by XP, and it's like, well, the pirates aren't enough to get you to level 2. In you go. Is a fireball even capable of not insta-killing level 1s?
Well, yes, you could roll all ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they could save.
Then they could save, so they could only take 4 points of damage. Or 2 if they're an ASMR.
Ooh.
But the stars would have to fucking align.
Fireball and just. I think the average of fireball is like 30.
It's yeah, so it's 8d6, so the average is what, 8 times 6 is 32, right?
Yeah.
So the average is
Yeah, I think
So be 4 times 6, so 24. So 24 is the average.
the average on die. You usually go at 1 point higher than average.
Okay, it's 25.
Right, because the minimum of.
Yeah.
Right, because you can't roll 0 on the die.
Yeah. So that's always a fun
What
one when
the
I write
fuck?
modules, having to like figure out.
28?
Yeah, so 25
Oh, but that's
or
not
so.
calculating the minimum.
So like you're rolling about 20 damage per fireball usually. That's just someone's gonna post in the comments later that they did the algebra, and it's actually like 22.9999998.
Actually,
I'm a BFA. Leave me alone. I paint myself for a living. I matched my latex gloves to this.
and you know what? I've noticed, and I like it.
Thank you. I even drew my fingernails on.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed one.
You know what? I was going to say you just did your hands today, but no, you outlined the details of that's. I love that.
Thank you. I love you.
Yeah,
little bro.
Ooh. And you know what, big bro? Everyone was hit by that damn fireball. Oh,
it was pretty
when
great.
you guys were all moving into this, and I was like looking at who she comes after, and I'm like,
well, hell.
And then I was measuring it out, and they're like, poison spray?
Waka waka.
And I'm like, fuck.
Well, I also love, you told me this during the break, that Ozarian's cold reply made your partner say that she hated him. And I'm like, yeah.
She was like, no, she's like, I don't
Acting.
like Ozarian anymore.
Acting.
But jokingly.
I'm looking forward to the end of this episode when we all ding level 7 instantly.
Right.
You just come out in the Giga Chad meme. Just plays. And you go and see who's that guy that sent you here, Zodge or whatever, and you're just like, hey, we got some things to say.
We got some things to say. We've just spent like 6 levels mewing in the dungeon.
All right, take away that man's inspiration.
Jaw's so sharp.
Can't give negative inspiration.
You can, not when I'm mewing.
What?
Jaw's so sharp, you chop Zodge in half.
Yep.
What I love is that with the
Kill a
cheat
man.
contour, look at this fucking mew that
That's actually substantial. That's substantial.
it's the contour that's helping.
Oh, and then put the Giga Chad meme on the TikTok filter on top of that.
Oh my god. It'd just be
My
all chin all the time.
please.
Oh my
All chin all the
goodness.
time.
All chin all the time.
All chin all the time. Speaking of chins, let's stop wagging ours. You ready to hop back into game, everybody?
I'm ready. Is everyone else ready?
Yes.
Let's do
This
it.
is a time.
Green candles flicker. The beams barely holding up the rooftop. Parts of the hallway are blocked from the fire, from the death ball. If the party searches the room, there are some cadavers, fresh-ish, hidden away in the walls of the morgue. The black robe under the cowl of the necromancer lies still. candles around her, lighting up her spell book, and the silver flail lying on the ground as the now much smaller party catches its breath. There are no alarm bells or yelling cultists following the noise. And once again, the unsettling dripping of the Undercity is all that accompanies the party in pitch black.
What do we do now? You okay?
This is shit.
Yeah.
All right. How is everyone doing? Do we go on? Do we rest? Do we abandon this? What does everyone want to do?
I don't think we should abandon it. Feels like all the sacrifices would be for naught.
Yes.
Yes.
But I do
I
think
agree.
a rest could be in order. I'm doing all right, but I'd like to take a little time to search.
How long of a rest? Does anyone need to sleep? I've got a bit of arcane energy left inside of me, but it's not as much as I'd like. And Altair, whatever you just did, I feel like it looks like it taxed you.
I've got nothing left. Oh, poor Cindy.
Yes, poor Cindy.
I'm willing to do whatever you guys are. We still need to find Vendetta and root out whatever's left here. This is not okay. This is insane.
Right. I'm not a warrior. Nosh, Emberlynn. Do either of you think that any of these rooms we've been through are particularly good for fortification? If we're to stay down here, we might as well make sure that we're protected. Perhaps Julian can disable the locks or something.
I mean, there was that.
The hallway did partially collapse from the explosion.
There's also the problem that something else might have heard that. Combat, not so much. A giant bloody ball of death that collapses half of a tunnel might draw some attention.
Well, what about the room of Merkel? Yes, Merkel. The where we found the
sleepers.
books
Yes.
and the sleepers. That is one door. We can have someone awake.
And indeed, you have the key ring.
So,
Do we have the key now, then? Nice.
but the only problem with that room was, there's no other way out. So if we go
There's
back...
no other way in.
Yes, but if we're inside of there, what if there's another one of these bitches? And Ozarian's gonna kick the corpse in the head. Throwing around one of those green balls. All it has to do is get through the door. We're all clustered up and pff, we're fucked.
As you kick the corpse one last time, her hair comes out.
This is a bloody wig.
And the hairpin, her hair comes undone as her hairpin, an unusual jade shape. You'd have to pick it up and examine it to more, clatters to the floor.
Julian, loot.
Not your loot dog, but he will pick it up anyways.
And yet you still pick it up.
It's an odd type of arcane key or something. It's almost like it doubles as a seal signet like kind of ring on one end, like the flat end, and then the spikier part kind of prongs out on one side, almost like a skeleton key would.
Mm-hmm. Did you pick up her spell book? Did you? No?
It's still
The
lying
spell book's on the floor.
It's still lying there.
Does
Please
it look like it might
don't be an evil book.
fit?
Please don't say that's a thing. That's not a
I'm
thing.
Emberlynn will flick on her divine sense. 'Cause there's only 3 out of 6 of those. So Emberlynn will, as you're saying, please don't be an evil book. Emberlynn will look at it, see her eyes briefly glow blue, and I will cast divine sense on that. So I will tell if the book is been desecrated or is celestial fiend.
So does it work on items? How does it work on items?
Hold on, let me pull up the thing again.
Thank you. Yeah.
Divine sense. You also detect the presence of any consecrated or desecrated place or object.
You know what? You used your divine, your spidey sense, Emberlynn.
Yeah, my spidey sense. Yep, my Emberlynn sense.
Ooh, it's at best, it's a mundane trap. At worst, the book resonates with a cursed aura. And that aura is the same color or shade is dissipating off of the now growing cold body of the necromancer.
Oh, this is a cursed book and she's cursed too.
Oh.
Drop the book.
Or rather, it's
All right.
has the
Burn
same
them.
energy as her. So she's not affected by the curse, or she's the caster of it, or something like that.
At best, this book is a trap, a mundane trap. At worst, it is cursed.
Well, we can
So then we burn it. Altair's gonna
All right,
sacred flame the hell out of it.
Hold on, before let me put it down.
I assume it's in her head.
It's gonna start catching sacred fire, and then you can throw it, and then it's just gonna
shit.
keep going at it until there's
you-
nothing left.
I'll tell you, you might
Are you?
unleash a demon if you do that. And then we
Fair
have to
enough.
fight a demon. I'd much rather fight a book. You know the best part about books? You can put them on a shelf and forget about them.
Fine. Whatever you desire.
Whatever I desire. Well, I desire a nap and a cup of tea. Do you have either of those things?
Well, then why don't we go to the
Yes.
grave room?
Yes. We will rest in the grave room, but if anybody tries to break through the first door leading to the chamber of the dead, you know, the one with all of the sigils on the doors, I say we
Yes.
just run like hell.
For
Right.
sure. We'll have someone keep watch. It's defensible. It's probably our best option.
Yes.
1, 2. Can I get to from 2 of you? Can you roll me 1d 12?
Oh.
What?
1.
I'm scared.
1.
It's either a very good thing or a very bad thing. Either there's one enemy or
Julian, can you
there's-
scout ahead and see whether or not there's anything in the hallways?
Well, I can now. He'll the goggles. And sheath the light.
Yeah.
All right. And to
those are
your
fetching.
they are, and to
Thank
your
you.
to your glee, they work even when the blade, the glowing blade is put aside, but everything's kind of like a staticky, like grayscale,
Nice.
but they work.
Nice.
Almost like the decision was made for you, giving way as if it was holding thousands, millions of pounds of earth. Julian, as you go to backtrack, can I get you to make a dexterity save?
Yeah, sure. 21.
Oh, not even gonna. You leap back from that where that iron gate was, as it buckles and collapses, and that passage back to the flooded altar room. Cave-in happens, and the iron door is completely buried. And there's just enough room for you to shimmy and crawl in through the hallway back into the morgue where your friends are there.
Well, looks like we'll be holding up here. There's no way back from whence we came.
Well, great.
Perhaps engineer Nosh can give it a glance and estimate how long it would take to dig back through. Dig through that way.
Nosh is
Assuming
probably,
his engineering.
probably sitting down looking at all the charred bits of skin on the front of him like he got a horrible necrotic sunburn, and probably popping a few blisters on his skin.
You're right there, Nosh.
Yeah, at least I didn't take it straight in the face like and he'll look kind of towards everyone else who seems to be way more charred than he was, who was in the line of fire.
Want to do me a medicine check, Ozarian?
Boy, do I. Oh, wow. I did really well, actually. That's at least a 24.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Nosh's his one side, his arm, like the blisters, like he says he's like better, but and he like looks fine and sounds like fine, but there's some change going on in him, or he was affected, or one side of him took all that necrotic explosion, and you don't. Maybe that's just a goblin thing. You've never seen that in a goblin before.
Does this look like something I can heal?
You would need to magically assess this at like a temple or something like this.
Look, try not to pick at it. It might spread. If you want, I can try to heal it, but I'm not...
I'll probably loudly pop one of the blisters and be like, that one hurt.
Please.
Better out than in, I always say.
It smells. Please stop.
Everything down here smells.
But then why add to it?
Well, here, let me just grab my bar of soap out of my back pocket.
Do you have a bar of soap in your back pocket?
No, of course not. What do you think we are, in a bathhouse? Wait.
You know what, Nosh? Have my have some inspiration. All of the players and myself can give someone inspiration once per game in this. That way it's not just ye old dungeon master say you are cool or not cool. But it's use it or lose it, so...
Right. So do we just wait here then?
I can take first watch. I wouldn't be able to rest anyway. Scraw,
Perfect.
as clutching, having the gear on his back, but like holding on to like Riffraff's like wooden spear, and like Cindy's jacket.
Oh, are you okay, Scraw?
I was just at the edge of that explosion, and I saw what happened to them. I saw, there was a flash, and their bones were.
It's all right. You survived. That's important. You don't need to feel guilty about it.
I could have grabbed one of them and told it to wait back with me.
You are going to be finding every excuse. There is
Okay.
no...
The last thing that we have
If
time
really
for
wanted.
is guilt.
Okay, you're right. But surely we must. We have to go back. She seemed like, like a boss lady. Like we're done here now, right?
You can try to fit through the rubble. There is no way back. We have to go forward. It's the only way out of here now.
Yes, I am sorry. It's Crawford. But the only way out is through at this point. I truly am sorry for what we have had to witness.
Well, we're wasting time. We should get rest while we can. And then,
Agreed.
when we're rested, we'll repay them. Who's taking first watch? Scraw shouldn't be by himself.
I
Nosh
can
is
take
probably
first
already
watch.
face down snoring.
I'll take first watch.
Sounds good.
Alright. I will try to sleep as well then.
And who's doing first watch?
Emberlynn and Scraw, I think.
All right, the hours pass. Scraw's leaning against one of the beams. You notice that they're charred, and he steps away from it because you hear as it creaks. You realize the 4 beams held up. The 2 closest to the entrance to the morgue where you're keeping lookout. They're charred and they're not doing their job, but taking one or both of them down would collapse this room. You hear squeaks of rats on occasion. Remind me, everyone, it was kind of like morning-ish when you went to the bathhouse?
Yes.
Yes.
Or it only matters somewhat depending on the cultists' activity, but it was like kind of brunch time, correct?
Yeah, it was early.
Yeah, I was early.
regardless of what shifts you pass in, you manage to rest up, wary, listening to the echoes. Every once in a while, faintly, you think you hear like a scream. No matter who's on lookout, distant, weird sounds like either cave-ins or stone dragging on stone will happen, and then nothing but the drips again. And the party does get to full rest, undisturbed.
Yeehaw.
So, Cal,
Yes, sir.
if Ozarian's part of Last Watch, he's going to take some of that time to sift through some of the rubble and
Yeah.
just scratch out a quick name onto like a flat stone that's there that's too big to lift.
Could even be in the wall if you want, or do you want it on a loose stone?
I think on the wall then.
Okay.
And just scratch how he thinks Riff Ruff and Cindy are spelled.
Okay. You recall what's Ozarian's intelligence?
Oh,
'Cause I don't want to many.
12.
12? Oh, okay. So, you remember Riff Ruff, that's hard. Is it? Would he just use F's? But you do recall Cindy, it was CYND, and the I had like a little heart because she was on the contract of the Flaming Fist.
That's true.
Riff Ruff, maybe there's a lot of F's in there.
He's just going to wing it.
Yeah. Does everyone else stirs,
Please
and
take
waiting
my
to find yourself?
Aw.
Because my heart. Oh.
And who had Cindy and Riff? I guess Scraw had Cindy and Riff Ruff's things. He's like the pack meal, right? He's like, he has the jacket and the spear, but he's got that singed letter. He's like, I couldn't tell which one of them this belonged to, but like, shit.
Just put it in your pack for
Well,
now.
I don't know what to do with this.
Put it in your pack.
Okay.
It's
And he
not
tucks it into his pack.
Let's not leave any more trace than we have to. Who knows who's going to follow in our steps after this? Yes.
And you noticed that during that first shift, for the simple fact maybe it made him uncomfortable, Scraw opened up one of the morgue drawers and shoved the necromancer's body in there and slides it shut.
I'm going to say, in fact, I helped him because I didn't need to rest as long as the rest. Just wanted to express that, hey, I know it's a lot. I just wanted to say thank you for helping me. You saved my life.
Oh, well, hey.
You don't need to say anything. Just thought you should know.
As the group has a chance to attune to the weave, to the stars, pick themselves up, you hear a sound before everyone heads out.
Great.
It's coming from inside the room. Give me a perception check to pinpoint what the sound's coming from.
Dang it.
Oh, jeez.
That's a 7.
Ooh,
I got it dead.
we're doing.
I'm not doing great.
Nice.
It's coming from inside the room. And when you say room, do you mean this room?
You mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my
It's an
Allonté
echoey-
coming in clutch with the 11.
Can someone else? Someone got over 10?
Yeah.
Can Scraw roll in that 20?
Yeah.
Can someone else roll for, or should I roll, given
should
how
roll
you
for
guys
Scraw.
just rolled?
Yeah, I think it's your turn
Yeah,
now.
please roll for Scraw because we
I
are
rolled
doing...
under 10 for both the NPCs for that fireball.
Nice.
Now okay, I'm
You're
rolling
due.
for
Come on.
10.
With the
Oh my
guidance?
god.
Oh,
Are you
Because
giving
we
him?
had, yeah, because we had that little pep talk connection guidance. I was literally trying to guide them into a better
Sure.
place mentally.
11.
All right.
God, are you serious?
Tied with the big
gosh.
druid
Tied with
energy.
me.
big
Oh, boy.
druid energy.
BDE.
The 11, you look around, the way the echoes, it's coming from one of the drawers, in the morgue. There's
I'm
6
just gonna.
on the north end, and there's 6 on the south end. But the way the chamber's made, it's hard to pinpoint, but it's the way it rattles, and you know because you helped Scraw, and how the metallic kind of like iron drawers would come out. It sounds like rapping on the inside of one.
Okay, everybody, stay still. Nobody make a smell. It's coming from one of the drawers.
Well, I could already hear you.
Oh, fuck that noise.
Well, there's one way to get it to stop.
Oh, I'm going to mold earth around whatever one we store the witch body in, just in case.
Okay. And the spell's called Mold Earth.
Yeah.
Let's see if this'll.
At the very least, it's going to make it
You
difficult.
can
for them
target
to
an
get
area
out.
of loose earth,
Yeah.
instantaneously excavate, move it along the ground, deposit. You bury it just as you see
No.
a hand start to creep out, belonging to the long, snaggly, broken fingernails of the dead necromancer. Before that corner of the room, and almost like you see shooting stars really quick move everyone in like the room. Altair collapses that corner and buries it. No rats, no rapping, no knocking. After the big calamity of the collapse in that room,
Hey,
it's quiet.
Emberlynn, I didn't think this was real, but is it possible the thing was a lich?
Anything's possible. Maybe we should try and get out now.
We should leave right now.
Let's move on.
Yes, let's
All right,
leave
let's get
and
a
never
head.
think about it again.
Everyone out! Move, move, move! He's guiding like everyone to get out, and he's gonna like mold Earth, like making it more and more and more difficult.
If you
Just
damage
in
the
case.
beams anymore, you can quite almost permanently collapse this.
Yes,
Whether
that's
it's
what I want.
sacred flame or bashing it or...
Oh, she's not getting this. Ozarian's gonna take the book and put it in his bag.
All right.
No.
It's
Well,
a
I'm not going
Franken book,
to open it.
and you can tell it's made with different skins, and she particularly is fond of dragonborn skin.
Oh, leather
There's greens and red and a big skull clasp. Its teeth wrapped around the opening, locking it.
Interesting.
And the dust flies out from the room behind you as you completely collapse the morgue and the hallway. So that whole intersection and the room is unnavigatable. Or, like a team of working around the clock maybe could do it in a week or something like that. Or if they have earth meld, maybe half that time.
Oh, nice. We love that. All right, once again, it looks like what? South or east?
Well, we had such a good time south last time. We want to try east this time?
Oh, do I want to keep going down?
Down, down. I don't really care. I have the keys either way. Spin them on his finger.
What do they say? Always go left. Well, that doesn't seem to work for us.
I don't think we've always done that anyways.
I
No,
hear
we've
idiots say
not.
that.
Come on, that's a goblin thing. Left is right, right is wrong.
Nosh, which one's your left? Hold up your left.
Wait, am I facing you or facing away?
Yes.
And he'll turn away and he'll hold up his hand and the middle finger with it. I think this is the one.
Is that Nosh's big, kind of odd-looking arm?
No, he doesn't have an odd-looking arm yet. That's not till level 3.
Oh, it's just bubbling. Oh, right, it's cooking.
It's
Right,
cooking,
right.
it's cooking.
Oh,
It's in the oven.
All right. South or east? Someone pick. Julian, you're right in
let's
front.
just keep going south.
Fine,
just
Julian's
keep
right in
going
front of the
south.
door anyway.
Just
Julian's right beside the south door, and Scraw is peeking through the north door,
Right.
Oh, does
or
it have one
the
of those...
little latch.
Yeah.
well.
Can I put on the goggles and try to peek through either a latch or the keyhole?
Ooh.
You look through, see through the bars. You see a rather hefty-looking rat, feverishly trying to gnaw at what might be the marrow of the inside of a bone, but the bone looks dry and old, and probably not going to get much of it.
Well, I see nothing but a rat this way. Rather large one.
And
Want me to get
cobweb.
it?
Yes, I think we should.
One thing of note is cobwebs kind of crisscross the chamber before you.
Oh, we do have crisscrossing cobwebs, though.
Let's go east. I definitely changed my mind. Nope.
Crisscrossing
Are you afraid of
cobwebs.
spiders?
Heather, we're not friends. We don't
Oh.
get along. Fire and cobwebs,
Yes, and
Just
crisscrossing
means someone hasn't been through there recently.
crisscrossing cobwebs would mean that odds are the cult isn't there. Let's continue east.
Yes. That is.
Okay.
All right,
What's the
Scraw.
marching
You're
order?
first.
What me?
Scraw's first.
Me? And
Yeah.
Scrawford, he's holding a single candlestick. It's one of the green ones. And he adjusts his glasses. He's like, "But I'm not." Huh. Okay, I can do this.
I was joking.
And this one's unlocked.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
well, never mind. It was fate.
I
What do you see?
He peeks around the corner. I see. Oh, and he peeks his head back. There's a bone room.
Every single thing inside of this is a fucking bone room.
No, this is there's a
Emberlynn's gonna push through to go see what's going on.
and you kind of push through. So way ahead of you, it opens more to the north, but from what you can see at the end of the hallway, this is another partially collapsed room, but you can squeeze through the narrow hallway. There's a stone altar with... It's made out of bones. Has bones on it, but this one's like particularly skulls.
No,
And
bone room is
unless-
right. It's a bone altar.
And it's high. It's probably as high as you are. Delicately stacked, almost like a pyramid-like shape.
This is quite a big bone room.
It's a bone room. I heard that's where, well, before today, I would have thought a bone room would be where old people go to die, or, well, younger people go to.
Fuck.
Do old people just go to a room to die?
You know, that's kind of
I mean, I guess
ageist.
at some point they do.
You're saying that old people don't go anywhere to fuck? Come on.
Like a cat? Oh.
Fuck like cats.
No.
Wow.
Go
Or maybe I
somewhere
got them
to
mixed
die
up.
like a
I don't
cat.
know. I don't want to go into the bone room. And,
Cats don't do that.
there are black candles unlit on the altar and on the walls in this room. And if you recall, there were black candles in the morgue, and they gave off a green light. But these ones are unlit.
All right.
They really like their mood lighting here.
I think it's a cultist thing.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay, let's go check out this bone room.
After you, friend.
Alright. Yeah, Julian will go first with his goggles.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's a lot of half-melted candles made of black wax. They're currently unlit for whatever reason. And you get a weird, eerie feeling when you gaze upon the south end of the room. All the skulls facing the north end. Like all one direction looking out.
Does no one else find this really ominous?
Oh, it's
Oh.
very unnerving.
I can get a
Immersion?
religion
Ooh.
or an arcane check, but each choose which one you do when I ask you after your results, because they'll give you different information.
I'm gonna spend that inspiration.
Ooh.
Nat 20 on religion.
Whoa.
Nice. On which
Was that a
On what
religion or an
religion?
arcane?
That was
Was
nat,
that arcane or
That was
religion?
nat 20
Oh
on
my
religion.
god, I got a nat 22.
Do arcane. Do arcana. Do arcana.
Arcana.
I got 18 for Arcana.
I got
Oh.
21.
Well, you found the third altar.
Yep.
Merkel.
Alright.
Bane's a big old fan of that. Fan of the that hand and that suit of armor. That first one you found with the cultist was Baal.
Mm-hmm.
This is the shrine of Merkel. And that was a nat 20?
Yeah, that was 2 nat 20s.
Yeah.
One for me, one for
And-
Julian.
Geology
What was-
Arcana. Yeah.
Oh,
He has
Julian,
no
and
idea
one was
about
Arcana?
I got a +1. I could tell you.
And you got a nat 20?
Yeah, and mine's a 27.
Followers of Merkel, often their spell books, often messages they leave each other. These candles reveal invisible ink or spell writs when they're lit. They're the spell focus for their spells often. But by themselves, lighting them doesn't trigger anything.
And that was the Arcana knowledge?
And that's the Arcana. So Julian knows that lighting the candles would reveal hidden messages, whether they're in a spell book, whether they're nearby, whether they're in the rest of them. For whatever reason, there's many of these black candles here, just like there were in the morgue.
And
That
then
actually sounds really interesting that he knows that, because he knows things like thieves' cants and some stuff like that. So it feels
That
more
makes
like
sense.
he'd know it in like a, in like a secret writing kind of way.
Whereas Ozarian, big ol' Merkel altar.
well, we found the third
Candles
altar.
are not. And there's probably a stone slab, just like the other two, that is connected. That the skull pile is atop and obscuring.
Alright, there's probably an altar over there. Nosh,
If you light the candles, you could probably see some whatever mysterious writing they had.
why would you think that?
Because that's what they do sometimes.
Candles illuminate? Really?
Candles illuminate all sorts of things. They illuminate
Are you being a
Mystic
generalist, or do you
writing.
mean something specific about these candles?
these candles in particular.
Oh, well, by all means, friend, light one. Or I will.
Do I think that it will do anything like bad if I light them?
You rolled a nat 20?
Yes.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go around and well, actually, Altair, do you want to light them? You love your little fire.
Oh, okay. Sacred flame, a couple.
And eventually, it's hard to see, but on the north end of the wall, where all the skulls in the altar are pointing, you see this in common written.
Rise.
That's can be counted.
Oh, yeah. This is probably not going to go well for us.
Upon both of that, upon the words being spoken, even though it was two of you, you're finishing each other's sentences.
Oh, did we cast the spell accidentally? Oh no. Oh no.
The words begin to etch and vanish as if they're like flaking off very rapidly. As bones hidden under the debris of the north corner of the room rise up and knit together,
Ooh.
forming 3 humanoid skeletons. As all of you look on in horror and the words are completely gone, the skeletons turn and look at the masters that summoned them. And they do not move.
What?
Sweet.
Wait.
And indeed, they'll follow you two, Altair and Ozarian, if you walk around or gesture.
Oh, this is really creepy.
Raise
This is-
your
this is-
raise your left hand.
And they
See, Nosh, they know the left. Oh, you got it.
Oh.
Oh, great. Do we...
No, there's no way.
I'm a necromancer.
Go down the stairs.
And they head down the very wide stairs.
Congratulations, Altair.
Clambering
First you're
along.
a killer, now you're a necromancer. You're really moving up in the world.
Oh my god, no.
And they
no,
stand
no.
there, two of them looking north down where the hallway disappears, and one of them just kind of like standing there at the ready on the south end.
All right, well, looks like we're using a different type of buddy system.
Okay.
Well done.
Point to vendetta. Can't hurt to try.
None of them move.
Dang.
All right,
It was worth a try. Well, let's continue on. Do you want to smash the altar?
oh, yes, please.
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, we have people for that now.
Although they might disappear.
Should we ask them to? I mean, it's
Go
kind of
ahead.
rude, but...
Loyalty test? Yeah. Hey guys, can you do us a huge favor and maybe, you know...
One of them loudly and unelegantly must have been something with a tail, a tiefling, or
I resent that.
wait a second, do Dragonborn have
No,
tails?
they don't, but they do on Elos, which is why it's the superior homebrew.
Dragonborn don't have tails?
And they look at
Mhm.
they both stand looking at you, ready.
Look, just fuck this altar right up.
And kind of like all synchronized, immediately start slashing through
good.
the piles of skulls.
You know what's really interesting about this? It's that they understand colloquialisms. I was worried they were going to start grinding bone up on that thing.
And there's a crack in the altar as green light etches across it, and it kind of does like a weird explosion, and the wave hits all of you and sends the rest of the skulls absolutely flying. And you almost hear like a sigh or something as the green light dims and you've destroyed the third altar in the Dungeon of the Dead 3.
This is why
The skeletons stand still.
this is why you don't follow the Dead 3. They're a bunch of ponces. Is that rude to say? What?
Can you still hear us? To the skeletons. I don't know if they'll even respond to Julian, but
If they don't seem to respond, whether or not they regard you, Altair.
oh, well, all good.
Okay. Do we just keep going? What do we do?
Yeah, there are two ways now, I suppose. But
Why do I feel like my jobs are being outsourced?
Exactly, right?
I'm kind of feeling that too.
The skeletons, they've come back from the dead and took your job.
So I'll remember that the next time we get into a fight.
Mm-hmm. All right, Altair, master of bones and stars. Lead the way.
What he said.
And almost like they're responding to Ozarian, before you even say anything, you realize that because both of you had said rise, and then the other said and be counted, both of you read the incantation, and so they serve both of you.
You're co-parenting.
And they
Oh, congrats.
oddly quickly clamber off, going down even more stairs unseen, until you hear loud sloshing of water.
Wait.
Another flooded chamber. And then nothing. As you yell down after them.
Oh, balls.
They might be waiting. Anyway, we should follow.
We should definitely follow.
All right, who's following up the skeletons?
Absolutely.
Julian?
Yeah, with my goggles, so I can see 30 feet and a sneak. But it's water anyways.
Want to do me
Hard
a
to, not
survival check, Julian?
Survival? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, why
maybe
not?
see where I was. Not again. Not
Why
again.
not? That's an 8. Survival's wisdom.
Oh, God.
But also these pink dice don't like Julian. I realized that last.
We need white dice. We
He's
need
not
white
a
dice for
pink
Julian.
kind of dude, huh?
I know, he's not a
Yeah, you
pink
need
kind
white.
of
Skull
guy.
dice.
Or black.
Well, I was thinking maybe green like his eyes, because that's the only color he's got. But
Oh, really?
also skull dice.
My
would be
partner's family got me dice from the catacombs during their honeymoon. So I have
What?
skull
What?
dice.
In
Ye-
from France.
What? Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
specifically from the gift shop in front of one of the main catacomb entrances.
Sweet. That's
so
cool.
dope.
Oh, I can use this one.
And each of the numbers are like tiny, like little skulls inset in the black dice. So no, not real human remain dice, everyone.
Boo.
Oh, okay. Well, still cool though. Still cool.
Not real human remains though, but
So
And
that
what
was
was
just
your-
an 8. That was just an 8.
okay. These stairs descend 20 feet down, and because of the goggles, which I assume you're wearing, the skeletons are in a deep chamber, evenly about spread out, and they're just waiting. And they're in about waist-high water.
Oh, I was gonna ask, are they
Again.
like 20 feet underwater? Okay.
No, this isn't a completely flooded chamber. It's
Okay.
about the same flood level as that second altar room when you fought the iron console.
Oh yes.
Well, massacred the iron console.
Yeah.
Somebody had to.
How about that?
They had it coming. Who's following
Sure
up?
they did.
Julian.
Emberlynn's gonna be quite close behind Julian.
All right.
Nosh?
Splish splash, I be taking a bath. And before you descend down, can you do me a survival check?
Hell, I can try.
You can try.
We can certainly try. Anything that is int-based is not Emberlynn's specialty. But I rolled a nat fucking 20, so 19.
Oh, get him! It's so
Yeah.
19.
Heading
So-
down, for whatever reason, the air...
Emberlynn's Ember Sense is going.
Ember sense.
Ember Sense activated.
So the water smells, but this is different than the other room. Same height, and in fact, when you look west, when you reach the bottom of the stairs, that other door, that's the door. So if you need to go back, that's the door that leads to the smashed armor and those 2 armored cultists that you fought. But on this side of the door, there's smells like natural gas. Like there's a crack in the ground or piping system or something like that, but and you stop Scraw as he's following you and back him up because he's holding a candle,
Oh shit! Yes.
one of the black candles,
Oh dang.
and he backs up the stairs. And because you doubled the difficulty check for it. Yes,
Ha.
explosive.
Wait.
What's wrong?
Gas. Natural gas.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes, it's
And you
releasing
just see
somehow.
Scrawl go "Tss," and extinguish his candle.
No fire.
right.
Also, that way's the door where we came in before with water. So it's a good way out, potentially.
right.
What's great?
I mean, if push comes to shove and we end up getting all massacred, the last one can lure them into this room and blow up the remainders.
Blow up? What do you? What?
Natural
There's
gas.
gas.
Oh. Shouldn't we seal it off, maybe? If they can do it, we could do it.
Let's just
I
move
mean,
through
I
it
don't know
quickly.
where it's coming from.
Look, if it
And in
explodes
this room,
and hit the
and in
deck,
this room, your eyes adjust. There are newer. There are 6 beams holding the ceiling up in this room. And if you explore north, because Julian Winton, the skeleton seemed friendly enough.
Enough.
They're excavating more northern parts, and there are 2 beams holding that part open too. But there's a tiny hallway that goes east.
I'll take a look.
Oh, but you hear something about from Emberlynn being like, "Oh no, wait, there's natural gas."
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'll see if it feels like it's getting stronger anywhere.
you look around, and there are bubbles kind of urching from the floor in this particular room, and it seems to be weaker coming through the small passageway to the east. Kind of like sits in this room.
Julian, did you find it?
So it's not as strong in the little passageway to the east?
That's right.
Okay, so it wouldn't be coming from there, so it just like is like the room.
And now with your newfound goggles,
Yeah.
you can see there are small little bubbles here and there. Must be piping underneath this, or it's just geological shifting and movement sitting in this room. Maybe install some vents,
Yeah.
that you can clear it out.
It just seems to be coming from this room. I'll kind of scooch his way around, take a look around, and then come. Oops. I forget that people can't see when I just like drag him along. And then come back and then say that so he's not yelling across everything.
Yeah.
I was thinking I could seal it, but then I remembered pressure builds and then eventually.
That's true.
Okay.
Well, we could just not stay too long in this room and continue on.
Yeah, it's not so thick that you pass out.
This makes for a very deadly trap for the
Or unfortunate candle or torch mishap.
for the
Okay.
fire enthusiasts.
Just out of game. That's so messed up. That's so messed up.
right. So don't light any fires, and let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Slow.
Is there anything
Right.
in the little passageway?
Let me. kind of take a moment to look around. Doesn't look like anything's in here.
Oh, it's not very
There are
interesting.
unlit torches and sconces on the wall.
Well, I'm not gonna light them, so I think I'm just gonna move on.
All right. So you're exploring east?
I was, yeah.
It immediately wraps around, and you
Oh,
see
yeah,
more
yeah.
beams
Okay.
supporting. But this slightly wider corridor appears to go into an even smaller area, and you see stairs and actual light coming from above the stairs at the end of this passage.
Well, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Let's go this way.
It's not a flame, is it?
One way to find out. No, doesn't
It's
look
in the
like it.
skeletons, yes.
Oh. Yeah.
Send in the skeletons in first? Or Julian?
Are they going to tell you what they see?
It's a good question. We should.
Or are they just...
I assume that if we
shield.
don't hear a boom, we'll be fine.
I mean, after them, then. I'd rather not be the boom you hear.
Send your skeleton scouts.
All right, skeletons. Go and peer around the corner and report back if you see anything.
Minute, 2 minutes, nothing.
Does that mean they didn't see anything? Was I vague? I said report back if you see something, but if they didn't see something, they didn't. All right,
Honestly, I
Julian.
assume that
Still
they-
be going.
Oh, maybe.
Hmm.
Maybe it's because they literally can't see.
Well, no, they can see because they addressed it.
A weird
Anyway.
magical sight. They have perception.
All right, Julian, that was a boneheaded plan of mine, so your turn.
Alright. Here we go. I will scout ahead.
You creep up finally out of the waist-high water again,
Ye-
and you creep up the stairs. Particularly steep stairs. They must have known there's a gas leak down there, and they've propped up kind of like a little swinging kind of door that latches to the top that the skeletons just kind of clambered through. But there's a little hook, and you attach this awkward door. It's kind of like awkwardly going into an attic.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it's like you kind of got to climb that really steep set of stairs,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
On the drop down
and you
attics,
go
yeah.
up there, and there are torches lit in this hallway. Different collapsed passageways to the north and south, and down maybe 50 feet is a big iron door, like you've seen so far. And the skeletons stand silently and lifelessly in the hall.
Well, I can't command them. I don't know if they are just at their... how far away they can get from their commanders. Anyways, he will kind of shimmy down the stairs. How far did everyone... is everyone coming behind me? Okay, nope, I'll shimmy down the stairs, and I guess I will motion to Emberlynn if she's looking, and...
All right, Emberlynn's gonna kind of like, and then just kind of start following. Slosh, 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 and kind of motion to everyone else to follow.
All right. You're up, Nosh. Oh, crap. I'm last. All right. Fine.
And as all of you climb the stairs into the lit hall, you will see your skeletons there. I guess what they perceive as not seeing anything. They just stood their ground. But you do see broken or completely collapsed and buried rooms to the north, but not fully collapsed rooms to the south.
All right, I guess we should check these out.
Probably.
Well, we're clearing out everything that goes bump in the night, so
All right.
probably should be thorough about it.
Should we just have the skeletons do it? Skeletons, open that first door on the right. My right.
Sure.
One of them just smashes it down with an old, heavy, rusted iron mace and walks
Oh, he's
inside.
got the best key.
He learned it from
This
you.
door was barely... this one's like... it comes back out and awaits commands.
All right.
You peek in. Oh, go ahead.
Nothing in there?
It actually goes...
All right, we'll bash down the next one on the right, too.
Wait.
Oh.
Do you hear any other sounds?
He doesn't see anything.
Everyone roll me. And assuming you're all kind of up the stairs at this point.
I'm saying, yes, and I'm saying it to the group. It's like, yeah, we heard that. We heard them walking. Did we hear anything else? Yeah.
Give me a check.
Perception? Nice.
9.
21.
There are 2 types of rolls.
8.
Oh my god. I was like just testing this dice out, see how nice it was going to be, and I used up all my good rolls.
Unnatural 20.
Or nice. I got an 8.
Completely silent except for chains ringing at the very end of the hallway in that chamber on the opposite end of the hall. Everything else is completely silent.
What do you think? Good sign?
Yes.
All right, bash down the next door.
Just be careful though. Bash it down carefully.
Skeleton slash spear and bash down the next door, absolutely not silently. And one of them comes back out with his spear and is like,
Good job. I like these guys. We should name them if they survive this. Exist after this?
Don't name them, they'll get attached to them.
I mean... Bony.
Bob.
And
in here,
Skullford.
it looks like there's a
No.
crypt.
Oh, a crypt.
There's a single sarcophagus at the south of this newly bashed in crypt.
All right, well, next one then. All right, boys.
You don't want to check it for books. You seem to be fond of those.
All right, you, Skullford. Open up that crypt.
Goes over, and it's the one with the big heavy iron mace. Starts smashing. And the top breaks in,
Macy.
and it looks completely empty, but it doesn't stop. It keeps going.
All right, good work. Good work. Excellent job. I should have called you Mason.
And then
You still can.
red fluid leaks out the bottom of it.
Oh.
Like a secret
Ooh.
chamber or something.
Oh,
Red fluid?
I think
Yes.
might have been a potion.
Brine?
Blood?
No, a lot. Like,
Oh, like a lot. Okay.
Wait, is that
I mean,
Definitely-
it could be a lot of blood.
it's like brine, or it doesn't smell like wine. It's something. It's ancient and
Were they pickling something? What the fuck?
In a crypt? A body? Alright, let's
You know what?
investigate this. Shamal.
Shamal.
Let's
All
check
right.
my favorite word.
You
Anyway.
investigate, Julian.
Yeah.
There's a hit. So this has been thoroughly plundered. The skeletons that just came in here and just mindlessly bashed. There's a
They're
secret
digging.
chamber underneath the main sarcophagus area,
Ooh.
half inset into the floor. And either through smashing it or with some help, you can remove the top part of the casket.
Okay.
Do you need some help?
I couldn't smash it, but Nosh, would you like to smash?
What happened to the 3 boneheads? I thought they were doing all the lifting now.
Well, we
They're
need
getting
a
quite tired.
yes, and they need a specialist touch.
Yes.
Your engineering know-how.
And he'll pull out his battle axe and flip it around to the potato masher / altar smasher side.
Designated altar smasher. You
Potato
smash
masher,
through
altar smasher.
parts of it, pry it open, and inside is a humanoidish, wrapped, for lack of a better term, mummy, floating in a shallow pool of red brine. It doesn't move, doesn't like spring to life or anything, but it has 2 gems over its eyes.
I've
And it's clutching something in its hands.
I cracked the jar on the world's biggest pickle.
It was pickling something.
Good job.
Oh.
You might want to come take a look at this. It's got some sparkly bits.
Huh.
Okay.
All right,
Do
Julian.
I think? Can I check for traps?
Yeah. You look
Nice.
around for traps, make sure. If there were, they would have been triggered when the initial crypt was plundered.
Okay, even on this body.
And this body is just doesn't seem like there's any magical. It seems like it's well preserved, but there's no traps or anything.
Okay. Then we'll grave rob the eyes and check out what it's holding.
2 moonstones has over its eyes. So those are worth 50 gold pieces or so each. And it's like clutching its chest.
Oh, I see.
And its chest, instead of being collapsed in, it's kind of like concave. That's the word. Instead of convex.
Convex.
I double guessed. Double guessed wrong. It's convex instead of concaved. So the rest of it's collapsed over the millennia, except for like a round part of its chest where its hands are over.
Gotcha. Julian will spin his dagger and then try to surgically cut.
I
cut
like
this
your
thing
gumption.
Open. Thank you.
I like how it's just assumed that all Dungeons and Dragons like PCs should absolutely
Rob
Like,
Graves.
rob
That's a
graves.
great Body.
It's crazy if
Yeah.
you don't in D&D.
Yeah.
Usually my
Um,
characters don't, but Julian's a special breed.
There's a well sealed, like with wax, leather bag with a golden hand string
Oh.
that you pull from its chest.
Cool. Hold it up.
And it doesn't shake metallic like, but there are things in it, they just don't clang.
Would you like to do the honors? Hold it out to Altair.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. All right.
Well, opens it up, and what's inside?
You open it up and beans.
Beans. Oh,
Beans.
Yeah, beans.
Yeah, a handful of beans.
Beans
Yeah,
that were
he's gonna
brining in pickled human gunk.
Very small casserole.
Technically, these ones are perfectly dry. Organless mummy.
Silly druid nature roll to see if there are special beans or not.
The fava beans.
They are very clearly special.
They go well
because
with the nice
they're-
Chianti.
They shine. They shine, and they're multicolored, almost like a pearlescent.
Ooh. Oh.
And they are like as if they're brand new. They haven't aged like normal beans would, being in a mummy for
Oh my god.
hundreds of years.
My first thought is I want a necklace of these. I just want to turn. Oh my god. Quickly scoop them all up back into this beautiful bag. Dibs.
Great,
Sure.
you can
Where
have
else
the
are these
gardening
two?
supplies.
It is a
All right,
moonstone. I
enough
love
of this.
moonstone.
Gems.
Oh.
Emberlynn's gonna go open the other door.
All right,
You're like,
enough of
"I'm tired
this, and you
this
go and
shit."
open, and in the pitch black,
Yeah.
the room is completely full of zombies standing there, doing nothing.
Shuts the door.
Is there a better door around here?
And then you hear
Zombies.
immediately after Emberlynn closes the door.
No, no, Emberlynn. Was someone impatient?
Yes.
And I think that's a great spot to end this session. What a
Oh my god.
All right, and whatever.
It's
Just a bottle of holy water. Just.
I didn't have time
No,
to make
I-
any.
you have the key.
I really want to feed them the magic beans and see what happens.
See what they do.
Yeah.
Test subjects.
Yeah.
I don't think they.
Surviving.
Don't think that. I guess it depends if Cal would count that as planting those magic beans.
Plant the beans.
You know what? It matters on the intent of the wielder.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh.
Because you know how you could throw them. We're meta-ing a little bit here, but for anybody that's familiar with D&D, these
Bag of
are
beans.
I actually don't know.
I genuinely don't know what these beans are,
No,
so I'm
I-
Oh,
excited.
they can.
Nope. I want to be surprised. I want to be
See,
surprised.
Not too many.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Good job, Cal. Another successful episode.
Yeah.
Dungeon of the Dang 3.
Oh, God. Only probably one more episode of the
Oh my
dungeon
God.
left?
Yeah,
Maybe?
that's it.
Although
Dungeon
part of
of
me
question mark?
wants to know about the part that we skipped. Like the completionist is dying a little bit.
Maybe
After
at
we're done
the-
with the dungeon. After we're done.
Yeah.
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 Secret, like ancient red dragon in there.
Oh, yeah, that's
Well,
fine.
you found the zombie storage room.
What was the
Yeah, I
third
found
found
a
a
zombie
closet.
storage room.
What was the third skeleton weapon, by the way?
Oh, yeah, what? That's important to me.
Closet.
One is a spear, one is
Yeah.
a mace, and one has a saber.
A
Okay.
saber.
Okay, so we have Brittany.
Yeah, Brittany and Macy,
and-
obviously.
Yeah. And then
A saber.
Tommy.
Buick?
Tommy.
Sabrina.
Yeah, Sabrina. pretty
Sabrina. Okay, Brittany,
Sabrina.
Macy, and Sabrina.
Okay.
Love that.
Yeah.
I love that in our private
you
chat,
know,
like
I'm-
Allonté, I already had written down Macy and Brittany, and Allonté was immediately like Brittany, and I'm like, damn
really?
straight. Oh yeah, because it's Brittany,
Amazing.
Brittany Spears.
Yeah, exactly. Same wavelength. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, already we are attuned.
All right. Thank you for surviving. Most of you for surviving this far into the Dungeon of the Dead 3. Do we want to do a quick outro?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Michael, thank you for being our representative goblin.
Thank you for
Our
throwing us into
engineer.
the deep end and seeing if we could float. Sort of, kind of.
Hey,
Corpses.
everyone that's that's worrying about killing all their PCs. My PCs are level 2, and that fireball hit every single one of them.
It did.
Yeah. Also, we
Had
had
we not
insane
saved
stats.
though?
I know. Mm.
We're coming to see you, Wizards of the Coast.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not
You're gonna
going.
hold up
We're
a
going
picture of
to.
Ruff and Cindy and be like, bring them back.
So I've been Michael, and yeah, you can find me here next week in the same bat channel, same bat place. And
Bye.
now I'm stealing Robin's shtick. Sorry.
It's okay. Every Robin needs or every Batman needs a Robin.
Every Robin needs a Batman.
Yep. That's right. And every descent into Avernus needs their Caitlan.
Oh, wait a second.
It's
Anyway,
true.
hi, I'm Caitlan. I was Julian, the Changeling Rogue, and it was so fun to be here. And I'll be here next week. And yeah. Thanks for coming with us.
Allonté, thank you for being
Emotionally damaged.
Or maybe the least emotionally damaged one.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this. I love everyone's interactions. So yes, I'm Allonté. You can hear me when I'm not sick on the No Sleep podcast if you like horror anthology, and I will see you all next week for more craziness.
Rad. Robin, good to see you in your full vengeance outfit this time, and you got to deliver some vengeance.
I gotta deliver some vengeance, and I think I'm gonna be serving up a nice steaming plate of vengeance at the beginning of next episode. No, it's been
a
it's been
steaming
fun.
hot pile of vengeance.
Yep, steaming hot pile of vengeance. Super excited to be back here next week. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly just shout out because we're on Patreon that this Sunday is Panic at the Citadel. So come check me out there. I think actually that's my next game is the Sunday games.
Yeah.
Wild.
And someone who never panics, regardless if he's in a Citadel, Kelly.
I panic all the time in the Citadel. But hey, everybody, tonight I was playing Ozarian. We'll be back next week, and until then, I'll be trying to keep my mewing streak up so that we can be Giga Chad clerics of the Giga Chad.
Clerics of the Chadley Order. And the highest rank is Giga.
Not a Giga Chad, that's someone different.
No, that's different. And I've been the DM, Cal, and I have nothing to say except don't pull your punches. Kill them all.
Beautiful.
Don't level them up to 3 or 4 either. Just send them in right at level 2 or 1.
You know who you should send right into the Dungeon of the Dead 3?
Our patrons?
Our patrons, that's right. This episode was brought to you by Patreon and patrons like you. If you're watching this later, why aren't you on the Patreon? You could join the likes of my mom, our mom, really, Jan and our stepdad. You could join Shaikan De Vermillion, one of our divine producers who just threw a bunch of ideas at me that I'm going to be using in the very near future of Elos. Our demonic producer is Sorcerer Sanguine. Our wizards of the Patreon are Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, and Karasha Urquhart. Our monster maker is Soul Omen, and our High Council is Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Chef Eladeth, Larouk, Kelowna Kurd, Mike Baxter, Brian Kaler, and Nerdy Metal Gent. And there's room for plenty more of you, so sign up. We're only this month we're 20 people away from a Regency era D&D game being unlocked, so you want that. Because then I'll paint myself green, and then I'll have to put up a blue screen. It'll be a whole thing. It'll be nice. That's all I got.
All the screens.
All the screens.
All right. We'll see you on episode 5 for the conclusion of the Dungeon of the Dead 3. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night.